didn't respond, so I guess she can join us tonight. But thank you guys so much for joining me today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure. Okay, I think everyone. I know last time we had a mic issue, but I think we're good this time.
Mhm.
So if you guys want to just introduce yourselves.
Who first? You want to go? Yeah.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ronnie, aka World of Ronnie B. And I am a lover of K-pop, BLs, and lately Boys Planet.
Hey, I am Kelly. I am a lover of BL. I know nothing about K-pop. I understand half the people I know are deep in K-pop. I don't. I know. Oh God, I forgot the name. Anyway, I don't know K-pop, but I love BL.
My name is Jadeja. I also love BL, K-pop. It's a lot. Anime, like I'm everywhere. But today we'll focus on BL. And we have a lot to talk about. I know Ronnie has been here before. We talked a lot last time. I'll try to condense it this time. But I guess we'll go ahead and start with Kelly since since I know a little bit more about Ronnie. So when did you first get into BL?
It was 2019. It was right before like pandemic time. And I was watching queer shows. I didn't know what BL was at all. And I had just watched, what is it? Skam, the Scandinavian show, or not Scandinavian, Norwegian show. And I had found it on YouTube. So like after I watched it, YouTube was like, you like foreign gay stuff. Here's all the shows. And it just kept recommending stuff to me. And I was like, all right, I wasn't going to say no. So, and it recommended I Told Sunset About You. And I didn't know what that was, but it was very pretty. So I had to hunt it down and find where I could watch it. And I watched the whole thing, and I consume everything about a show. So once I watched it, I watched behind the scenes. I went to look up the actors, and that's how I found out what the Thai industry and BL, and that's what sent me down that path.
Nice. And Ronnie, you can say too, because like Kelly, do you guys know each other? Because like I follow both of you on TikTok. Like, do you guys know each other?
TikTok,
like,
yes.
Community.
Yeah.
Just Kelly needs to know I'm a fan. I had a slight fangirl moment for a second.
Stop it. I follow him. I follow you. Yes. TikTok wise, yes.
Yeah. I feel like we're part of that community for sure. And I didn't know how big the like TikTok community, BL community was on TikTok. Like it's a lot.
Yeah. How did I get into BL? I was in a Discord of a bunch of mostly Black queer men, and we were just finding hey, let's do a movie night or like watch something. And one person suggested Game Boys, the Filipino BL, because it was on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And we just blew through the whole thing in one sitting.
Wow.
In a watch party. And I was like, it was super fun because that was summer 2020. And then from there, I was like, okay, what is this BL thing on YouTube? And then Spiral. I'm deep in it now.
Yeah.
I think that's 95% of what I watch at this current moment is BL.
It's hard to go back to straight couple, like the stories, and I've tried, especially with K-drama. I've tried, but man, I don't know. It's hard, especially with K-drama, because they're not censored in a sense. I think it's just more like they take forever. I don't know. It's not the same. It ain't the same like speed as BLs, and like even like Korean BLs are more on like the soft side. You know, they're starting to get spicy, but it's like on like the soft side. So yeah, I've been trying to get back into like just a regular series, but BL has taken over, man. BL is everywhere.
The closest I get to regular series, or series that predominantly focus on like different gender couples, it's like right now the Warp Effect.
Right.
So you can't even get out of Thailand.
Which I'm like, okay.
And a lot of people are really focused because I've just seen the first part, but a lot of people are focused on the gay couple on there. They're not even focused on like the whoever New is with, who characters with. They're really focused on, I guess, the gay couple that's on there. But I think it's also like it's a very diverse show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So good. But yeah, and I'm attempting, like before this, I was attempting to get back into 911 Lone Star.
My sister loves that.
Because the gay couple in the show is like...
my sister. That's why my sister loves it.
Why I watch. Also, it's set in Austin. I went to college in Austin. So I'm like...
Okay.
Also that aspect of it. And I watched 911 solely for Angela Bassett.
Oh yeah. Okay.
The only time I venture out is Abbott Elementary. I gotta watch Abbott, and then before this I was watching a lot of, I don't know, I like British crime shows, not American crime shows, but like British procedural, like not like real crime, like they're in the county cottage and trying to figure out. I don't know why I get into those, but I even got BritBox on Amazon so I could watch them. So I'll go back sometimes.
My other venture out, which BL is the reason BL and K-pop are the reason I started watching, Boys Planet, because Kim Ji-woong from Roommates of Punk Duck 305, Kissable Lips is on the show.
Mm-hmm. And everyone's obsessed with him.
Yes, everyone on the show is legit obsessed with him.
I've seen the edits.
And it is so, like, I watched the first episode, not expecting to be entertained. I am very entertained. Like, I was like, oh. They are horrible at editing. In the sense of knowing when to stop the episode.
They even on their...
They're really long. Oh, sorry.
No, I was... Oh,
they
no,
are.
I was going to say, like, on their TikTok, the way they drag those boys, like, I feel like they set them up for real. Because, like, on their actual TikTok, the way the videos they put out, I'm just like, why would you do that? So, yeah. Sorry, Kelly, what were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say, I know... I have not watched it, but I know those episodes are really long because everyone I know who's watching it was like, oof, 2 hours.
But like for me, it doesn't feel like 2 hours. Like I'm watching. Like I can quick aside. So the last 2 episodes, it was all their K groups. So split K group Korean trainees, G group global trainees from all over the world, and they had them in like battles. So they were in groups, and they did like the same song.
Oh, okay.
Right? So, like, one of the songs was Kill This Love. Another was Backdoor by Stray Kids. They did Hot Sauce by NCT Dream. Love Me Right EXO. So they had a K group and a G group do each song in competition with each other. So the last 2 episodes have really been my favorite because you're seeing, like, actually what role will they be as a group. And before each performance, they show kind of like the behind the scenes of them prepping, them practicing, right? Them improving. And then you see the actual performances where it's like, this is either really good, this is all right, or Lord help them. I was like, you tried. You tried.
That's what matters.
And it's funny because some, I'm like, it's an obvious winner of like which group was better. So if you haven't seen it, please go watch G Group Kill This Love.
Okay.
That was like straight up, that was a debut performance.
Okay.
On the other side, watch that was from episode 3. From this week's episode 4, K Group Backdoor, that is Kim Ji-woong's group.
Oh.
That. I was honestly, I said this on like a YouTube comment. I like that performance better than like Stray Kids performing that song.
Oh, wow.
Like it was that
I
good.
know enough to know that's a big deal.
Like, it was like that good. I'm like, I was like, oh.
Wow.
And there's a fan favorite there was a fan favorite in the G group.
Really?
And I was like, I know y'all like this person, but all the group ate them up. Like, there was no comparison in my eyes.
But wasn't he, before he started acting, wasn't he already like a trainee or supposed to be?
He had debuted,
Yeah,
and his group had disbanded.
Okay. Okay, so he's trying to get back in it. Okay, but he really need to get back to acting because, like, you know what I mean. I get it.
I get it. It's like I love him as an actor, but then like seeing like the passion when he like dances, and everybody's in love with him. Like they look at him and he's like, "Oh my God, you're gorgeous."
He's beautiful. I don't know what it is, but I think he's a 98, 99 liner. He's beautiful.
And the amount of queer trainees on this show.
I've seen edits.
I'm blown away.
I'm like, I've seen some people refer to it as Gays Planet, and I'm like, I don't think you're completely wrong.
One of them introduced himself. He was like, "I'm the baddest," and I'm like, "Okay, he's coming, y'all. He's coming for y'all." Yes, I don't really do reality shows simply because it's always like too emotional for me. Like I got enough emotions with BLs. Like, are you guys? I can't remember. Are you both watching Moonlight Chicken?
Yes.
Yes. I'm in it. I'm like in it.
So I finally caught up yesterday. Last night. And if y'all see my videos, as I am Team Ellen, because my baby first, he's a good man. He's just going through a hard time. He's a good man. It's just, my baby's going through a hard time. I know everybody want to kill Ellen.
Kelly, was it you that talked about he was like a toxic good man?
Yes, he is toxic good guy syndrome. I'm a little I will be fair. I'm a little softer on him after the last episode where we got to at least there. I sit on two sides. I get it. Like he was so in love with Wynn, but the way he was handling that breakup was messed up. And it's still messy. Like someone in my comments was like, because you're caught up, right? Y'all all caught up?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Someone in my comments was like, do you think that accident was an accident? Or was it a way to like try to rope Wynn back in? Like he's that messy. No. He's that messy.
But I'm going to stick beside him.
He scares me. I can't. I cannot.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, because when asked, like, why was he drinking? How? And I was like, no. He was like, what? He done left. He done moved out. He living with Jim. Like couldn't even give Jim, like, the loan. Like, I can't, like, separate personal from work. You got to go somewhere else. I'm like, boy.
Did people miss he was, like, he wasn't kind of. He was stalking Wynn. Why did he know? Why did he know anything about Jim? Like, why was he all up in his business? Why was he demanding to know, like, when he comes home at night? They had broken up. And people were like, he needed to make it clear. Yeah, how many times did Wynn break up with that man? How many times?
Like, asking, like, one, did y'all sleep together? Is that your business?
So, okay, I try to look at both sides. Someone was like, well, if they were still sleeping together, we don't know if that was one time or multiple times. Everyone has just decided they were just sleeping together through the whole breakup. And that was not clear to me. We know it happened at least once, but we don't know if it was like over and over again. Mm-hmm. And breakup sex happens. Like, y'all's tripping. Come on. Come on. Are you really going to hold that to him? Like, now Alan just gets to go crazy because of that? Nah, I don't know.
That's my man. He's going through a hard time, y'all. He is. Like, even as, I'm a man, I thought the same thing of the accident. I'm like, baby, please don't do this for attention. Please don't. I thought, you know what I mean? Because we only got 2 episodes left. So I'm like, and I was even saying it, like, I haven't posted all my videos yet, but I was saying how we still have so much to unpack in 2 episodes. Like, can we do that? Because we still have the mom situation. We still was it Gappa, his character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like we need a closure with him. He going through a lot.
Oh,
Then Mark's
that's
character, him and the baby. I don't know. We got a lot to unpack in 2 episodes. So I hope we get there.
I mean, they put a lot in just the few we've had. Like,
Yeah.
I'm exhausted at the end of these episodes because so much has happened.
Something I am loving is that there is no filler.
Yeah.
It's like every episode, every moment is intentional.
Yeah.
And it like moves some part of the story along.
Yeah.
Or add some layer of complexity. It was like I thought I knew like, do I know what's going on? Like, and they're acting it so well.
Oh, well, I'm just obsessed with, like, I went through different periods of life of things like I focused on, and when I was in high school and beginning of college, even junior high, I was really into acting and performing, and that was like the world I was in. So I get like acting crushes on really amazing actors, and this entire cast is just like the top of the top of the top. I wish somehow they could have fit Gunn into this because I want to see Gunn do an A-off show. I need that. I need to see what A-off can do with Gunn because
I got
that's
beef
going to
with
be
Gunn.
that would be other level.
Gunn is like my what is he like? I got beef with Gunn simply because he's so good. Like, no, it's because he's.
I was like, how do I jump through the screen? Because I will fight for Gunn.
I'm just like when I first heard of Gunn, I'm like, okay, I keep hearing about them because I heard of like Bright Wind and just like all these other names, and I finally got into him. I'm like, how can this adorable little kid didn't know he was grown at the time? I'm like, how can this adorable little kid be so talented? Like, what is happening? So like, yeah, I just have beef with him all the time. Every time I see him, I'm like, oh, here we go. He got a stun on us. But I think he has like another drama coming out this year, right?
Moon 2. He got drama in a comedy. Museum, Midnight Museum.
Yes.
The girl that got Midnight Motel too. Goodness. Okay, they just like Midnight.
But it's not part of the Midnight series. It's completely different. Yeah.
I don't think it's a BL though. I think people were like people were having an issue with that because they were like hoping that like, like why, because what's his Gunn? No, off. They were mad that he wasn't in there. So I don't know.
But they have a show coming up.
Yeah, and Off did like 2 shows without him already.
Yeah.
They do their own stuff. Like that's what we should be excited for, that these companies are letting them do different stuff and not, trapping them in the couple. Like that's good.
Even with New doing the warp effect, like I was happy because he got a chance to, because that was the first time also I seen New in that type of series before. Like he was really, I was like, okay, I see you New. Like he like really surprised me with that role. I was really happy.
That's Joe, director. So there's Joe, and I always wonder, like, I don't think that they're older than me. So it feels weird to call them P. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I know, like I don't know that they might be older than me. I have no idea what their ages are. So
they knew, or the director?
The directors, Joe and Aoff. So I'm just gonna say Joe and Aoff because it feels weird to me because I'm not sure that they're older than me. But they both, I feel like together they're just like stomping through GMMN, just like crushing it left and right, because Joe is Warp Effect, and then Aoff is Moonlight Chicken, and then Aoff's assistant, I don't remember his name. His assistant from Bad Buddy is doing My School President.
Wow.
So like,
and Joe is also doing Never Let Me Go.
Yes. And he's going to do Only Friends. Joe is doing Only Friends. Joe is doing Only Friends.
Okay.
I still haven't watched it because I got distracted by a Korean BL.
Never Let Me Go?
Yeah, I know everyone's talking about it. I know. I was like, I think they're on episode like 11 now, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But like, I don't know, because I was also because I was supposed to start the Fish in the Water one. Remember, like Fish
Upon the Sky, yeah.
Yeah. Oh. But I didn't because I got distracted by the Korean BLs. But I keep seeing it and I'm like, I never seen those actors before. Are they new? Are they like kind of like
Fish Upon the Sky?
Yeah, Fish Upon the Sky.
Okay. And that came out last year?
Yeah.
So they're...
But that was 2021. What? 2020?
Was it 21? I thought it was like... No, you're right. It was 2021. God.
Yeah.
Time
and like, honestly, I'm having like this duality thing because like Puin, one of the actors in Pon Puin and Never Let Me Go is also in The Warp Effect as the little brother. So the duality of seeing him in like, these are very different roles.
Same thing with Gemini 4th. It's like weird to see them in Moonlight Chicken versus their school president. I'm like, two different. They're so good though. They're so good.
Here's the funny thing. I had this thought the other day. Think maybe Wednesday while watching Never Let Me Go and seeing Gemini. I was like, why does in this show Gemini actually looks like a teenager or a child? But in My School President, he looks grown.
You think Gemini looks grown in My School President?
Looked more grown than he did.
I'd say, and even with like Moonlight Chicken, I think he looked older in My School President. I don't know what it is.
Well, Moonlight Chicken was the first thing they filmed, so he was a baby. Oh. Yeah.
So what's the timeline? So Moonlight Chicken was filmed early last year?
It was filmed
late. It was filmed late last year.
Late last year.
No.
Wait. Someone told me they filmed they filmed Moonlight Chicken first because they were saying how impressive it was that was their first one. Oh,
they filmed it earlier in the year because they were waiting on production. That's why it wasn't released in 2022.
Okay.
Like it was supposed to. So they already filmed maybe summer?
Yeah, I'm thinking summer.
But production was delayed.
Well, I'm happy they didn't release it last year because we had a lot going on last year. I think this year, I'm happy they actually released it this year. But I was shocked to find out it was only 8 episodes. So like, I'm a little sad that we got to say goodbye in next week. But
sometimes it's a blessing, 8 episodes, because sometimes they don't know what to do with 10 and 12. And we get a bunch of like what? I'm just going to say, I did not. Episode 11 of Never Let Me Go is not my favorite thing. I didn't think it hit the way I wanted it to, but I won't spoil it for you.
Episode 11 of Never Let Me Go. Parts of it, I'm like, if you would have just said straight up, this is what happened, episode could have been cut in half.
It was like Jenga together. I was like, what do we do? It didn't feel like the rest of the series. It felt like extra pieces put together to create an episode. Like for it to be episode 11 and for them to fall off in that moment was weird to me. I don't know what happened there. I don't know. But
how many episodes is it total?
It's 12. So it ends next week. Yeah.
Is it the same with My School President? Because I think they're on 11 too, right?
It finished today.
Oh. And I haven't had the chance to watch because I've been working.
Okay, I will.
Like, legit, I have had, like, I was like, oh, yeah. Between work and my dog being extra today, I'm like, I want to watch, but I can't. But I want to watch. Because I had, like, 3 things due at work today, and I was like, well, let me finish these up, but also, I want to watch. It couldn't be like yesterday where I was actually watching like Chicken while working.
I do it on my lunch, and usually it works out. I actually had an appointment today, but I had time off, so then I feel so bad. Like I took my lunch. And then I went to my appointment with my friend, and then I was like, "We done?" I was like, "I got a little bit of time left, in my time off to like finish up My School President before I went back to work." So I made it work. I figured it out.
Did you without spoilers? Did you like the ending of My School President?
I'm ready to rewatch the whole series again right now. Like it.
So honestly, I haven't watched the ending, but I do have a friend. She hates watching BLs while they're actually airing. Oh. So I'm like, we can rewatch. Like, it ended today. if I didn't have stuff tomorrow, I'm like, Sunday, we can just watch the whole thing, just spend 12
Oh,
hours
that would
together
be
and just watch the
so
whole thing.
fun.
But I am also someone that I'm like, I question, do I really want to spend the money for like the DVD box set? And I am strongly considering just spending the money and being like, just give it to me.
I feel like we are. I've never gotten. Well, I think I did. I think I. Even though I don't, I think people are just realizing it now. I feel like a cornerstone moment in BL was I told Sunset about you. Like if you watched it while it aired, like it shifted a lot of stuff in BL, but the greater majority of people didn't realize it because it was not widely distributed.
Mm-hmm.
But if you like listen to a lot of the directors and the actors and stuff, a huge chunk of people today were affected by how that show was produced and filmed and acted and everything. So it's never going to get fully its flowers, but that's okay because I will hold them for it. But I feel like we're now, and then I think Kim Porsche was another like cornerstone moment in BL. And I feel like right now, Moonlight Chicken and My School President together at the same time feel like a cornerstone moment in BL where if it like takes hold, it's going to shift the direction of BL. I feel like it, maybe not, but
no, I definitely agree with Kim Porsche because like that. I don't know if it was that last chat we had or not, Ronnie, but I think someone said like it kind of made other people step up like during like I guess those scenes like kind of like get more, and I kind of see that, and I'm still like I'm like a baby BL fan, but like I do feel that Ken Porsche kind of pushed the boundaries to have other people say it's okay if we have a little more, a little bit more extreme. And I don't think anyone has gotten as crazy as Ken Porsche, but like they have definitely stepped up their game.
Depending on what aspect are you talking about?
Yeah. Oh wait.
Sorry, so
what do you mean by
that? But those scenes, like the scenes,
the spice,
the spicy scenes.
Yeah, the spicy scenes.
Yeah.
End of the world with you.
Honestly,
the Japanese one. I haven't finished it, but
them smacking sounds. I was like,
I understand. So I go back and forth with Kim Porsche, and I do think it was important. I do think it was a cornerstone moment. I can like see that, but there was other stuff going on before it. Like it wasn't actually the first of all the things people think it was the first of. It just made the biggest noise and got the most attention, which is why I won't deny it as a cornerstone moment because everybody was watching it. But like every time I hear like it's like a mob BL or whatever or mafia, and I'm like there were other ones, Manner of Death. There's the Taiwanese one. Uh, oh God, I forgot the name of the Taiwanese. History. Like there were other mafia BLs that were really good and like quality BLs, and there was spice in Manner of Death. Like Max and Toll were not playing around in Manner of Death. Like that was spicy. So I don't know.
I've heard of so since I'm still new, like I don't know many, but I've heard of Max and Toll, and I've been trying to find a series with them. I was also
Manner of Death is the best one.
That's the one to watch.
It's on WeTV. I don't know the other channels, but the legal channel is WeTV.
Yeah. I watched Together With Me. That was the first one, and I was like, season 1. I was like, okay, we're the scorned woman trope. I was like, that was very alive and well, and that one. And then I watched season 2, and I was like, we didn't need that. We didn't need that. We didn't need season 2. We didn't. And then I watched Manner of Death, and I was like, this is quality. Like that was
so good.
So like, are they older? Like, are they kind of like?
Yeah, they're late 20. Max would be maybe 30 at this point.
Yeah, I think so.
And Toll is 31, 32. There's a 2-year age difference between the two of them.
Oh yeah, because
And currently, Tool lives down the street from me because he's at NYU. No, he's at
Oh,
Columbia.
oh, that's right. Yeah.
He's at Columbia.
is that the one? Because I remember last time I talked about it with Mew. He was like shipped with Mew or like something, right?
Yeah, because they're friends, and people are like, "Oh, Mew and Tool," and it was like, they're friends. They're friends.
I can't. The amount of Mew talk, I'm just like, I don't want to hear about Mew anymore.
Why? What he do?
I just do. I have friends that are like obsessed with following everything he's doing, and I'm just like, I wasn't. If I don't like. I get it because when I am obsessed with an actor or something like that, like I do want to know everything they're doing, but I'm not obsessed with him. So I'm like, let's talk about it.
Have you seen Darn Type?
Yeah, that actually was my second BL. It was a sharp other direction.
Did you watch the next season?
I did not. I'm not a Tharn type person. It was okay, but it was not really for me. And you know what is for me might be something for somebody else. So I don't yuck other people's yums.
Mm-hmm.
But it took me a few times to actually get through the whole thing because I was so angry with the first 3 episodes and how that everything was going down that I was like, are people enjoying this? And then I was like, am I okay? Is everybody else okay? Like, because it was huge. It was huge.
It is.
And I was confused.
For me, it's very funny. Like, so I can say, like, the first year I was like really into BLs was I watched everything in 2022. That was like the first year I watched. Like, this is a year where I'm watching everything, as opposed to like 2021. I'm like still getting into some things. Let's try to go back and watch things that came out around the time of like Tharn Type is a struggle at this point in time.
Yeah,
because like the way stories were constructed then was very much not what it is. Because now I feel like that back as I think about like Tharn Type and Together With Me, it was very much here's a queer couple. They're together. We're gonna have a woman who's scorned. Maybe there's a little bit of spice. We're gonna throw some ridiculous things at them that make 0 sense and put them through all the trauma. When I'm like, or like coming out is gonna be traumatic. All these things. And now the shift is more, for me, I see a shift in more, let's tell like really good stories.
Yes.
And our characters are also queer.
I was thinking about like there's so much trauma in the lives of the people in Moonlight Chicken, but Moonlight Chicken isn't traumatizing. And I feel like that's it. Like it felt like to tell and I don't know why, and maybe it wasn't just BL, but it felt like there was this period of BL where they were like, to be dramatic, we must traumatize you and have like the most horrific storyline we possibly can and put everybody through the most like, and just really, I didn't understand. It was like Tharn Type, anything Mame did. And what is another? There were others.
Until We Meet Again.
It was traumatic, but it wasn't as. It was traumatic.
The first 10 minutes.
I was trying to say
10 minutes of episode 1.
Yes, but it wasn't like continuous. But it was. You're right. It just that felt like the device that they used to tell a story, and if it was a drama, it needed to like put you in therapy. So now you can just watch and say that character needs to be in therapy, not me. Like,
do you guys have any unpopular BL opinions?
Unpopular?
I have one, and you know what? Dang it, I'm not scared to say it. I tried my best to get through Until We Meet Again, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do
You're not
it.
alone, yeah.
It was just like I I forgot what episode I stopped on. I was more interested in the side couple. So when they got their in Between Us, was it Between Us?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was more interested in them than the main couple, and I don't know why. I think I was trying to hang in there, and I'm just like, I don't know. It was first of all, yeah, the first 10 minutes. Oh my gosh, but I think, and then weren't they cousins? Like, didn't they find out they were cousins?
No, they're not. They're not actually. That's to me. It's like you've got your it's them in this world, and then it's their not afterlife.
The past lives.
Yeah. Past lives. I don't know. To me, everybody made them all wrapped in one, and to me, it's separate. I don't know.
So spiritually,
yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Spiritually, yes, but in actuality, no.
No. Oh, okay. I left before then.
So, Until We Meet Again was my first Thai BL. So the second BL I ever watched, and my first Thai one. And within the first 2 minutes, I was like, so this is how they do in Thailand? I was like, I was not ready. And also it was like late at night when I started, so I was also like, I really wasn't ready.
Oh no.
Should have started in the morning.
But like, I ate it up, and like, I can be critical of it. Like, yes, it was my first Thai BL, which most of what I watch is Thai. But I was like, there were some high points and there were some low points, and there was some like, what is going on moments. My unpopular BL. Well, one of them is that I do not understand the craze around Brightwind at all. Like, why?
Because they're pretty.
A little bit.
Like, why? Like, so Kelly, last time we had a chat, I think we had, maybe a 20-minute rant about how much all of us disliked and maybe despised together.
Was it Celia? She would love this chat right now. She's the number one hater of Together. She hates that series.
I'm always like riding both sides. So I will say this. I went back to try to rewatch it because I watched it and I was like, what the hell is this? Because it had so many views on YouTube, and I was like, oh, this is going to be amazing. And I was waiting for the amazing, and I waited and I waited, and I was just like, I don't understand what I'm watching, and I don't understand these views. But I went back again because I was like, to me, it does not commit you. It does not challenge you in any way. And some people don't like being challenged. And so they just want just something mid. And that's what it gives you.
I'm going to disagree. It wasn't even mid for me.
I got through it. If I can't finish something, I know it's real bad. And so I got to the end in a second viewing, so I figure it's all right.
Once I start something, it's really hard for me to just stop it. Like, I'm going to see it through to the end, even if I'm like, it's about to be a struggle. That was a struggle. I was like, okay, maybe we'll get something in the last episode. And I was like, a high five. Okay. Because that was, again, at the time of, like, you didn't get any type of, like, intimate kisses until, like, the very last episode.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, a high five. What is this? Where's the chemistry? And then I watched Still Together. Because PA Off was directing it. So I watched it. And I was like, he was struggling. I'm like, I can imagine being on set. Struggling, trying to get them to like have some sort of chemistry.
I think they had the best kiss ever of BL. I think they had the best kiss. I think, they delivered what they could. I don't even want to really express how I really feel about that kiss. So it was the best kiss, y'all. It was the best kiss. We're just gonna keep it like that. That was one of the first BLs I seen, and I was just like, all right. Okay, listen, I think Cece, I think she said it last time, but like I think they're just, they're really good looking and people like to watch good looking people, even if it's a bad story or, what they're good looking, so I'm gonna just be okay with it. And I feel like that's what it was.
Wright does not look good looking to me. I will say it. So maybe this is okay. I have my unpopular opinion, and I say it with my full chest. He has a punchable face. It just there's something on his face that I'm just like, I know you. You may not be saying it out loud, but you're saying something that is going to piss me off in your head, and I cannot with that man. And I don't know. I don't watch any of his content. He could be very nice. I don't know, but there's something I go off. They joke me. I say I go off vibes and research, and his vibe is all off for me. So I don't even waste time.
Wynn did his best. I will say, I think Wynn did his best.
I don't mind Wynn.
Yeah. Even with the kids, I feel like Wynn did his best. I think, Wynn has a project coming out this year, which looks interesting. So I think, he did his best. I can see what you mean with the punchable face, but I seen an interview of him because I just wanted to dive deep. Like maybe I'm missing something because like they really are popular. Like they are like they're really popular.
They are the top. They are the top in Thailand.
Maybe I'm missing something. So I watched the interview and like he was saying like, yeah, I'm a real chill guy. I never get mad. And I think he wants to learn Korean, something like that. So like, I was trying to, but I'm like, with the acting, those actors that they play either themselves in every role or they play the same role in every series. Mm-hmm. I low-key feel like that's Bright. And I've only seen one of his series, but I've seen like clips of his others. And I'm like, either they typecast him or...
I will give him credit. I didn't get through the Flowers one, F4. I didn't get through it. Just because it's just too many episodes and I lost focus. But he was not bad. In my opinion, he was not bad in that. And he did have moments where he showed that he was capable of something. Like I did not dislike him in that. And I really liked Wynn in that, actually. Wynn did a very good job in F4. So I can give him that.
Ronnie, what is that?
So I'm gonna say this very broadly. Some people should stick to modeling.
Pretty people.
Some people should stick to modeling.
But and I don't know the truth in it, right? There's always stories that go around about this stuff, but they said that was during a time where people would be cast in these series and they wouldn't actually know they were getting cast in BLs till like it was time to shoot. So I don't even know if he knew what he was walking in. That is a story that was told to me. I cannot verify it, right? But a story that was told was like he was one of the ones that was part of that time period. Like he didn't even know what he had walked into. And so you got what you got, right?
No, that kiss explains it for sure. No, that kiss explains he didn't know what he was getting into. What was you going to say, Ronnie?
I would also say the thing I will give together is popularizing BL for a more mainstream audience.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, it's huge. It is huge.
Everywhere. Like, even last month, I had got, like, someone had made, it was really cool, they made, like, a list of, like, BLs that were coming out in February. And it was so many. Like, I feel like it was more than, like, regular, like, American shows releasing stuff. We gotta wait, like, 1 or 2 years each time. But, like, these BLs are getting popped out left and right. Like, we got Japanese, Korean, Chinese bromances, Thai, like everywhere. So, I don't know. I think I seen 2 or 3 that released this month. Have you guys seen Bed Friends yet?
No.
Not yet.
Anything that came out that released last weekend, I had a friend visiting, so I was entertaining. So I couldn't. It was like their first trip to New York. I was like, all right, I need to show you a good time. we had so much fun. And I
Oh.
was like, no BL watch? No BLs are watched besides my school president?
I heard it was good. I haven't watched. I'm gonna try to catch up on it this weekend.
It's only one episode now. I think 2 comes out either Sunday or Monday. But I'm hoping that it's more because I didn't watch the trailer. I wanted to go in like full blindly. But I'm hoping that it gives us more than like the scenes. Like I don't want that to be the main thing. Like I want actual story, and because I didn't know the actor from Cutie Pie, the friend, the
Tutor Yem.
Yim, is it Yim?
Yeah,
Maybe?
it's Yem.
Yeah, I didn't know he was in there. He was a friend, and he's adorable. So and like it is also, I will just say, what is it? What's their ship name again?
James.
Nat James.
Nat James. I think
Nat James.
Nat is the which one is Nat again?
Wait, you're talking Max Nat or Nat James? The leads in
Nat
Bad Friends
James.
are Nat James. Yeah.
Maybe James. His character is going to be traumatizing. From what we already see now, I like see that it's going to be traumatizing, and like I'm not here for it. I despise the mom. But I'm hoping that they continue with that. Just because it's something more than like the bed friends type of thing. Because even the title itself, they're trying to get people like, bed friends. But like I hope they actually have story with it. But yeah. What were we gonna say?
Deja, you bringing up mom? Let's talk about these horrible parents and BLs of this
Oh
year.
my god. There's so many.
Like Moonlight Chicken, Hearts, Parents, it's on site. It's on site.
The mom, I was just like, I felt so bad for the baby because I asked the question before I even pressed resume. I said, all this time you studied and learned sign language for your son. How are you? What is happening with you?
But it's also part of that wealthy rich kid have the nanny handle it. Like it's part of that too, right? Like he's there, but she doesn't really raise him. Yeah. Oh, 3 years.
Not a lick, not nothing.
3 years.
And then you got his love over here. He learned it in probably a few weeks. He was like, I'm gonna communicate with my man.
Oh, he was like, let me get this man.
You may not be good at school, but you good at sign language. I see you. You trying.
I'm like horrible parents. Like, really.
But like I will say it's switched. So I feel like we heard more from the mom than the dad. Usually we hear like a lot of crap from the dad, and like the mom is just standing there like agreeing. I feel like this time it was more the mom, like more like da 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 da, and the dad was just like, yeah, what she said. Like it was kind of like that.
Because when they first were introduced, I was like, Dad, it's on site. Mom, I don't like you, but Dad, it's on site. Now it's Mom. You too. It can be on site. Like, locked away. Like.
So I saw someone trying to explain, like, you are, like, people with kids were trying to say, like, well, they understood her being afraid for her child and not knowing what to do. And if she can't be with him and him being like out in the world on his own, but still I'm like, well, then be with him. Like, you can come with you when you go outside.
I think they're trying to make excuses for her. You know what I mean? Like I'm making for Alan, but it's fine. But like also the Until We Meet Again dads, those are terrible.
But they were back in the day dads too, though, right? Like 80s dads.
When's dad though? And between us.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he apologized in the end, and so things were okay. And I'm like, is this a thing in Thailand? Like, are these families like going through it in Thailand? I'm worried for everybody.
I'm mad. I can't think of any other parents, but yeah, no, there are some terrible parents, and I'm just like
terrible. Never Let Me Go. The uncle won on site.
Oh my god!
Palm's dad also on site. Like
Yes,
both of them. Like
yeah.
I think I'm gonna start it tonight. I guess I'll start it, but because I had also had heard of the novelist, so I have like just started that today too. Have you guys heard?
Girl, the novelist.
Woo! Episode. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Why are we here? This is the first episode. I'm confused. I don't know.
It does not slow down either. You are in that from beginning to end. The novelist knows what it is, and it does what it does.
That's my first. I mean, I didn't finish. Was it the world one? Was End of the World with You? I haven't finished it, but
it's not over yet.
Right? Oh, it's not. Okay, good.
It's not releasing. Yeah.
I was gonna say that was like the spiciest Japanese BL, because usually like I get the soft Japanese BL. So I was like, when I went to that one, I'm like, what are we doing here? Then I went to the novelist. What are we doing here? I don't know you.
Japanese BL sits on either side of the spectrum. There's several spicy ones. So
the way I can put this is, and some Thai novels are described as this, using different words. Sometimes you get a nice plot with some spice. The novelist is spice and a little bit of plot.
Well, okay. I actually thought it was
the spice and some plot.
I feel like the plot it's messed up, but I do think it's like there. I haven't watched it in a really long time. It's not necessarily one I would rewatch. But I remember, I don't want to spoil it for you, so never mind. But it was an interesting, I thought it was, maybe I'm making it up, but I thought it was an interesting story.
Well, is that not the same actor? Because I thought, is that not the same actor from the cherry one, the cherry Japanese BL? It's like the
Cherry Magic? Nah.
Yeah. No.
Those dudes don't do that.
That's what I'm saying. I was confused because when I watched the cherry one, like the kiss we got with the side couple, I'm like, what was that? But no, I know he was from. Have you guys seen Color Paradox?
Yeah.
That's him, right? Because I've seen him before. I think that's he was the bad guy. He was the one that he was trying to frame them, and he had that company.
The bad guy for that guy.
That isn't that him?
I don't know. I
don't want people to be like, "Oh, she think everybody look the same." I really think that's. I've seen that man before.
I don't know.
Let me look it up. Let me see. So, what is it? Okay, the novelist. Let me see. I know I've seen this man.
Or the other name. Or the other name.
What? Am I prepared? It has 2 seasons, guys?
Oh, I did not watch the second one. I was good. I actually thought it was good. I'm like not gonna. I remember it. I thought it had like a plot.
Let me see. Is there?
It's been a minute.
Okay, because once.
So go ahead.
I haven't finished it, but I read the opening to a translation of Unforgotten Night. And that is described as spice with the plot. And I was like, what plot? Because I watched the show, and an unpopular thing is I enjoyed the show for what it was.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't groundbreaking or life-changing, but I enjoyed it for what it was.
I did not. See, I'm not one who will stick with something. And so it's not even that I hate on it, but if it doesn't keep me within a certain, I might go 2 episodes. And if I'm still I gotta see it, if that feeling's not there, I'm just not going to go back to it.
But that show, I will say, thanks to Sean, has given me cherries. Because the term cherry, the person who came from that show, it's the person who the main character don't want, but they really act like the main character want them, and they like gotta be involved. I'm like, Cherry came from that show. Like, nope, like the main character is mine. Like, back off. And he was like, he don't want you.
I found out I was right. That's because I'm like,
really?
I know. Yeah, he was in Color Paradox. Okay. I knew I seen that face before. Yeah. I was like, I knew he looked familiar. You over here doing that stuff.
All right. So I haven't seen it in so long. As a while ago.
So what were you guys saying about the Cherry one? They wouldn't do that?
Cherry Magic, no.
No, they didn't kiss till the movie. Did they even kiss in the movie?
I didn't watch the movie. I just saw the
movie
episodes.
I don't know that they might have like in the movie like.
But this guy, I was talking about this. I thought he was a side couple. The side couple kissed twice. That's who I was like.
And Cherry Magic, did they?
You don't remember because you don't remember. You don't need to remember. Let me tell you, you ain't missing nothing. You ain't missing nothing. I don't know what that was. But they could have kept that, and I'm not even. I'm trying to be nice. They could have kept that because, like, and that was like also one of the first times where I didn't feel anything between the actors. Like
the side couple.
Yeah.
No,
I didn't get it.
I find people who love that side couple, and I'm like, everybody has to each their own.
And I'm happy and also surprised that Tainu are gonna redo the revamped one.
I know people, maybe that's my unpopular opinion. People have strong opinions about it. I'll give them a chance. I just don't feel like that's something you should be touching. And then someone was like, and there are other countries that will just do a series a bunch of different ways. And how the writer was excited and gave it to them and all this other stuff. That's fine. I don't know.
Did you really like that? Did you like the original that much?
I loved the original. It was one of my firsts. Oh. So, it was early on. It's rewatchable. Like when people are new to BL, I often send them to Cherry Magic.
Mm-hmm.
I loved the same way My School President was so full of like love. Like I feel like Cherry Magic, how he learns how to love himself by someone loving him is just a beautiful, beautiful concept to me, period. So that I really latched on to that.
Did you watch it, Ronnie?
I did watch Cherry Magic, and I also loved it. It was so good. I love a story where it's not about will they, won't they get together. It's about like how.
Yes.
All right. That is because I'm like, My School President wasn't a will they, won't they. It was
not even a little.
How are they going to get together? Cherry Magic, it wasn't a will they, won't they. It's a how do we get there? At the end. So like some people are like, oh, I hate knowing the ending. I'm like, I'm okay with knowing how something ends because the journey is how do we get there? How do we get to that point?
Yes.
I think it was also one of my first Japanese BLs, and because so many people were talking about it, but also because I had heard that Tainu were gonna like be in the new one, and so I checked it out. But again, I think the side couple just was like, I don't know, like not every series needs to focus on the side couple because they don't need a side couple. I do think the main couple was really nice. I think the only problem I had was like, from what I can remember, it was like the end where he didn't get mad at him after finding out the truth. Like he didn't have really, like he was just like so accepting of like, yeah, like you read my mind this entire time, like cool. I don't know. Like, I wanted more from that character during that time.
Just think of 10. Would 10 get mad at Gun? No, he's that level. He's that level of in love. Like he's just like, everything you do is amazing. You are my everything. That he's not gonna get mad.
Have you guys seen My Beautiful Man?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, Ronnie.
No.
Okay, you need to see My Beautiful Man. We can't spoil it. Oh, the way I want to talk about it. Oh,
you ain't missing nothing.
Oh.
Like
Wait. Oh no, we're doing this. Hold up. Wait a minute.
well as Ronnie, but I have a big issue, and like I watched the first one of season 2, and that's still the same issue. It's the audacity. Like I don't know.
It's not audacity. Here's my problem with My Beautiful Man. People infantilize Hira. They make him a little victim Hira.
He is. That's my baby.
He is not. No. See, that's what it is. That he is not a victim, and the things he does are just as damaging in a different way. They are both deeply, deeply disturbed people who
Yeah.
were lucky enough to find each other, and that's what makes that story unique to me. And Kioi actually is more emotionally intelligent than Hira is. And so he is the one, yes, he is more emotionally intelligent. And he's the one getting hurt because he can actually access those emotions in a way that Hira is just full obsession.
I that's what I also don't like about him, but that's my baby. But it is like, you know me, I'm gonna defend my boo. But yeah, it's like that whole like, even because when he constantly calls him king, you know, it's like this whole thing.
It's damaging.
Ronnie, if you watch it, let us know how you like it. It's only 6. Was it 6?
How long are these episodes?
I think it's just like 20 minutes.
20 minutes, maybe.
Oh, so I could watch that tonight. Okay.
Oh yeah, you can knock it out. And it's a journey. Don't let any. Yeah, you gotta watch. We can't talk too much about it because there's a real journey to it. But to me, if you infantilize Hira and make him a poor baby, then you're going to have one opinion. If you see him for what he is and Kioi for what he is, you will have a different opinion. Everybody I talk to, they're usually in one camp or the other, and they're pretty solid in those camps and not willing to move.
Yo, you let me know how you think.
I will also say, that is like a good perspective, because last time we had a chat, JJ said she saw on maybe Twitter or Tumblr, Love in the Air, Rain and Payu. If you look at them as a couple, as a brat and a brat tamer, it makes so much more sense.
Oh yeah.
And then I rewatched and I was like, "Yup, makes so much more sense now."
I love Rain Payu. I am a very strong Rain Payuer.
But can we admit he's stupid? Can we admit Rain is a little off in the head?
He got stupider. Why did she do that? He was like semi-stupid, and then by the second one, he just was dumb, just dumb as rock.
He got 2 brain cells, and one of them belongs to Payu.
Because like he was doing his schoolwork, and he was like doing well in school. He wasn't stupid. He was like dumb but not stupid.
Right.
But the second story arc,
Man.
it was bad. Whatever intelligence he had was gone.
God.
Sky was like, same thing, because even like I was talking, I remember talking about the special and how like, I was annoyed because they just made the pact to not talk about their man. Not a few seconds later, what do we talk about?
Traitor. He's a traitor.
It really was. So here's my thing in the special. I'm like, if all y'all can talk about is your boyfriends, is your men, why y'all friends?
And Kelly, I'm interested to know your stance on it, because I was saying how I didn't really feel the strong connection of Sky and Rain's friendship. They were friends, but I didn't feel like they were really close friends.
I did in the first one because Sky paid attention. Sky understood what Rain needed. Sky kept him from messing that relationship up. Like, Sky was there for him. All of the characters were more fleshed out in the first part. And I feel like the second part, which needed the character development more, didn't have it. And it did a disservice to that story. So and Sky's a better friend to Rain than Rain is to Sky.
That's right. Yeah.
Rain is a crappy friend. Rain sucks.
I was the only one. I'm like, man, this over here, he didn't even know about him and his man. It's like, wait, y'all are together?
And then he sold him out because he just wants his man.
Like, how are you not getting these hints over here, homie? Like, but Sky really did look out for Rain the entire time. Like, even when to keep him back on his studies, you know what I mean? Like, I very much felt that, and I think that like frustrated me because I'm just like, especially with Sky had went through as much as he did. It's like, I don't know, man. I was just like, okay, I guess y'all are friends, but Sky's putting out of work and Rain over here delusional. You know what I mean? He want his man so bad, but yeah.
When I think about Love in the Air, I think about it separately. So,
yeah,
part 1 had way more character development. However, I feel Sky and Papai are more interesting characters.
I agree.
They're like way more interesting characters. I'm like, I love this, and I need more.
We got less episodes. She cheated them. I don't understand it. I will never understand the choices that were made for that series. They should have been the center. And they should have gotten that story should have been taken care of better. Like yeah.
I was just gonna say, and I also felt like when we finally found out about finally got the face reveal of Sky's ex, I feel like they rushed that part because I just felt like we could have had more episodes with obviously we don't want to see the trauma, but this whole time it's been leading up to Sky's ex and everything that he's in, and we finally get to see him. We get one episode, and then you can't even finish fighting him because boy, like, get off of him, you're gonna kill him. First of all, he got 2 punches in, you know what I mean? He alright, you know what I mean? Let him continue. But, like, it was just like this entire thing, and I'm just like, that's it. And then we go back to like them being happy, and I'm just like, I kind of wanted more. I kind of felt like we were missing a little bit, and so I think their story definitely got cut short.
So because I found those characters more interesting, I actually found a translation and read it.
I heard,
and so much better.
That's what I heard.
Right. And you got like that whole like ending where like the X is revealed and that whole kind of ending section. Basically the last episode, like the last episode and a half, are like 10 chapters in the book.
Wow.
Like you get a lot because you get the flashback, you get what's happening in real time, you get the differing perspectives of what's happening. Everything is so much better fleshed out, but you're in it. The thing I will say Mame did and does is she does a good job of going scene for scene. So like even as I'm reading things, I'm just like, I remember this from this episode and how this played out. So she does a good job of that. But I was like, you cut down too much for this.
So my mind always goes business too. And I think marketability wise, at the end of the day, during that, I actually think it's flipped now, at least for me. But I felt like the pairing was more sellable for Rain. Payurain? Yeah.
Payurain.
Noel and Boss.
Yeah.
Was a very marketable pairing. And so they got most of the care. And because they didn't see Fort Pete as marketable as them, I feel like that story got less care. And instead of honoring the actual stories, when like my business mind clicks in, I feel like who's more marketable, that's where I'm going to put all my time and effort in. Although I feel like Fort Pete are very marketable and I like them a lot. And so you're wrong, Mame. But in that heyday, I feel like that's part of what was going on too.
Hating on the melanin.
I can
that hating on the melanin because Fort is darker than Boss is.
Yep. But he's lovely.
Mm.
I did not expect to enjoy him. He's just a ball of sunshine. I enjoy Ford so much. But yeah,
Well, now that you said
that's
that,
what I saw.
well, now that you said that, it kind of makes sense. Even during "Don't Say No," when they were marketing as well, they always like put Ja first, like first. Um, but I think it's also because of their character like fame during Tharn Type too. So I think because they already have like an established like fandom, they kind of pushed them more than a side couple. But people really enjoyed the side couple more than the actual main couple. But you know me, I'm sipping my boo. Ja
No, no,
first,
no.
yeah, Ja first.
What were you? I want to know what you're going to say, Ronnie, before I say something.
Because in Don't Say No, the side couple, Leon Paul, was actually a healthier relationship.
That part. That's not Mame's jam. She didn't know what to do with that.
It was a healthier relationship.
That's why we don't have Just Say Yes. In my opinion, she didn't know how to write a healthy story.
But first off, all right.
I'm a writer. I'll write the story. You just gotta translate it. Like,
well, go ahead, Kelly.
But I just saw news. I don't think we're getting a Just Say Yes because it looks like James joined Star Hunter and is paired with somebody else.
But hold on, because I've seen a trailer.
They did the movie. That's already come out. They did all the promotions around it. And then I don't know if it was today or yesterday it came out that James is now the Star Hunter with a new pair. I forgot who the guy is. So I don't think we're getting Just Say Yes. That ship is gone.
But like, I also hope they don't do it, but like change the actor, like they in the story, like they did with Color Rush. Like
it would not work out.
Yeah,
it would be like pandemonium. People were hardcore Leon Pub.
That's why I'm mad, because it's like because I was told when I first watched Don't Say No that we'll get Just Say Yes right after Love and Air is done, and now here we are, and we probably aren't even gonna get it, and I'm upset.
I knew it wasn't coming because she announced 2 new shows after Love in the Air, and she didn't say a peep about Just Say Yes, and I was like, we're done. It's not happening.
So, very few. Don't Say No, Leon Paul was the first time I was like, give me more. Like, I need this. Especially after the finale, when they announced that they were going to do the special, I was like, yo, this is what this better. Like, I need this. And then didn't get it.
I was so angry. I spent money on that.
Right!
I don't do that. And I was like, I'm going to buy this special episode because I'm going to get Leon Pub and nothing.
It was a tease for nothing. Guess what? You get nothing. Y'all ain't getting nothing. Like, I think it's messed up because it's like they get the fandom all hype, right after Don't Say No. Well, don't worry, they'll be back and Just Say Yes. And here we are years later, probably never gonna get that.
I don't think they got the fandom hype. We hyped ourselves and they tried to make it work, but I don't think Leon Pub was ever supposed to be what it was. I don't know. Is there a book called Just Say Yes? Or was she going to make that up?
I don't know.
Let's see.
I just feel like she was trying to I don't think Just Say Yes is a story Mame has in her. She may down the line, but I don't think that's a part of her arsenal right now. I don't know. Rain and Payu were pretty healthy. To me anyway, in the end.
In the end, you had to get
not how they started, but how they ended.
I don't know if this is the same Just Say Yes we're talking about, but they say it's a novel. I don't think it's the same Just Say Yes we're talking about though. But apparently there's a novel Just Say Yes. So I don't know, but
is it Mame? That's how you would know if it's Mame.
They were saying Maxine Mori.
Nah, that's not me.
me. Is it me? Like me, my me? Me, my me?
Me, mine, why?
Yeah, and it's all capital. And I don't know if I'm saying her name right. I might not be.
I have heard meme. I've heard mame. I'm like, I don't know.
When I look it up, everyone's just like, "Do
And
we have
every
any
time I
news?"
see her, I'm shocked because I'm like, oh, you're younger than my brain makes you.
Is she? I don't even. I
She's
didn't
always
know.
older in my mind, and then I see her, I'm like, oh no, you're not older.
Mm-mm.
I see a lot of fans waiting on it. That's what I do see.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't see a novel thing, but
Yeah.
it was going to be huge. It was going to be huge.
oh, that's disappointing because like I was really waiting. On that, I guess for nothing, but I at least got to watch the movie.
I
I got to
mean,
look that up.
maybe it'll happen, but I don't know. I just saw he joined Star Hunter, so that to me says no.
Right.
Unless they're, I don't know, maybe they will, because some companies will let you work other, you know what I mean, they're your management, but they will do deals with other companies, so it could be that.
Do you have?
So
Go ahead, Ronnie.
I was gonna say I believe they're Star Hunter. Moss Bank.
Are they?
Are they Star
Yeah,
Hunter?
I think so. Here, let me look.
I just will say those two have me to Lulu. I
I
own it.
freaking love them
I
so
own
much.
it. Like Big Dragon, I did not expect much, but I fell. And I was like, this ain't even great, but I'd watch it again. It's not groundbreaking, but I'd watch it again
I
just
didn't.
for them to.
This is how bad I watch the series? No. Do I look at like every bit of content of theirs that comes across my page? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I only know them. I don't even know the series. I just enjoy them. They make me happy. It's whatever that is enjoyable to watch.
And we get a season 2. Well, they're giving us a season 2. I don't think it was necessary. But I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna eat it up. Just because I'm like, they're working. They're working.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
I like Banks' voice too.
Mm-hmm.
I think he has a pretty voice.
Oh yeah, because he sings. Like, was it the opening song that he
Yep.
sang?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's like a few.
Voice.
There's a few Thai actors that I've gotten really used to their voices, but I will say there's like two that I didn't even attempt to skip, and fourth was one of them. When I heard him sing in my school choir, I was immediately like, oh my gosh, this is so cute and this is so good. I was really happy. I didn't even want to skip. I was like, okay, I see you.
Gemini is like trying to be Prince. He plays like a million instruments, and his voice, he's ridiculous.
So I watched their interview with Let's Talk BL
Mm-hmm.
because they're on a podcast. And Gemini didn't even want to be an actor. He wanted to do music because he had failed a drama class.
He failed. How you failed drama class?
He failed a drama class.
I forget who I was talking to, but I was like, I bet that's what he's doing. Because at his birthday, his family on the birthday wish said, I hope you find success like Bilkin and Pee. And I was like, he's going to leverage this into a music career. That's what he's about to do. And
Right.
like, go hardcore, do an album. Because, I mean, Jeff essentially did that, right? Although he does have another series. I think Nunu should do that. I don't think they're going to let him, but he needs to jump on it right now.
Well, wait. Cutie. So, Jeff, somebody says this, I'm forgetting who it is, but always says they see Jeff as a singer who can act.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
A singer who can act. JJ said it best. Cutie Pie was just a big Nunu music video. with some spice. It was a Nunu music video.
He's a singer. He should be. I thought, I have a lot of feelings about Damundi, so I'll try to like rein it in. But
you don't have to.
That's what I feel like they're so money hungry at the end of the day that they get in their own way. Specifically, like Nunu should have gone straight into not all these damn covers. Enough with the covers. He should have had his own song. He should have his own voice. We should know who he is as an artist. There is no reason why he can't be doing what the others are doing. His voice is ridiculous. Like he can do stuff with his range that a lot of people can't do. And instead they're like, having them in all these fan meets. They overwork them. It is disturbing to me. Like they're at a fan function almost every day, and then they're doing these other functions, and then they're overseas, and then they still got this series to do. Like he's not even being given time to just sit down and work on his craft as a singer, and that's what he should be doing, in my opinion. But Z knew. So the article came out last year of the top. I mean, I'm sure it's changed now, but like of the top couples or actors, and this was not just BL. This was in general. And Bilgan and Pee were up there. Xenu were right under them, like right under them as earners, which surprised me because they've had more time to get to that top earner spot than Xenu did. So that means they are raking it in. And then Om Nanan was in it at that time. I don't think that's the case anymore. But at that time, they were on there as well. I can't remember who else. But I just remember thinking, damn, they're not going to let that. It's like cash cow right now. Mm-hmm. That partnership is a cash cow. Mm-hmm. But Bilgan and Pee are a cash cow, but they do their own stuff too. They are not just doing partner work. They have their own albums, their own their own stuff that I think Xenu should be allowed to do that too. But Demundi, I don't think Demundi will let them.
And the perk of that, them being able to do their own thing, means they get their own individual fans that they then get to bring into the partnership.
Right.
Yes.
Well, I was going to say, Kelly, I've seen a few times you talking about them, but I haven't seen a drama with them yet.
With who? Bilgan and Pee? Mm-hmm. I told Sunset about you just came in on Viki. That's why you haven't seen it. It's on Viki now. Okay. And I Promise You the Moon. Both of those are on Viki now.
Okay. So they're new.
2019 is when it came out. They're not new. But they were babies. They were like, what, 19, 20? When they did that series.
I always try to... Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I always feel misunderstood when I talk about them because, yes, like I love the them of it all. And I think it's a very interesting story, but I'm also business. To me, I get excited. I know it's weird about like the business side of it and seeing how everything works. And those two right now have this whole industry figured out. They're so friggin' smart about how they've done every step of the way of it. And I feel like, so that's why I brought Gemini up because, I think, so also they're crazy rich and Gemini and Fourth are crazy rich. And I think they're looking to see who to model their career after now. They've got choices. And I feel like that might be what they try to do. Try to go independent. I don't think GMM will let them. But you know what I mean? If not going independent, at least with this momentum they have, push for more music, which GMMM seems to be supporting lately. Like Nanan is getting his music supported. So I do think that they, and like Bright. Yeah, Bright. Doesn't he get his music supported? I know we don't like him, but I think he does too.
I've never heard him sing, so I don't know.
You're good.
I've never heard the man sing, so there's only a few that I haven't skipped when I see that guitar.
Here's the thing. GMM tries to make people singers that don't need to be singers. Like, I'm like, this didn't need to be a thing.
I'm telling you, it's only a few that like when I see that guitar, it's one of the few that I do not skip. It's like even was it War? War?
Yeah, War. I love his voice.
I didn't skip. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know what it is. It's like I have a sense of like, do I skip or do I not? Because not everybody needs to be a singer. It's okay. We love to sing, but not everybody can sing.
So I'm like trying to figure out. So I always give Bilgan and Pee their props because what they're doing, I don't believe anyone else is doing. But I'm gonna switch it because I'm paying more. I didn't realize Yen War had gone independent, and so I do think they are getting it done in a very similar way. Because those concerts, like There are a lot of concerts I don't necessarily need to see or hear them, but Yin Wars, they look so fun. Like I want to go. I want to see their. It just looked fun and really well done.
Even their
So
opening was very like movie like.
Mm-hmm.
Yen War. So over like Christmas, I started Love Mechanics.
Oh wow, you're a late bloomer.
On that Christmas. And I'm now obsessed with anything Yen War.
Same.
My baby.
I'm like, they are. I'm not the Lulu for them, but they're one of my favorite ships.
Well, remember because last time I was saying how like Kelly, I don't know if you have you seen like the In Love Mechanics, so like the one that came before this one.
No, I didn't watch that one. Mm-mm.
So then because I had saw that first, and then I seen this one, and I always talk about the growth that happened in those 2 years between the acting, the writing, the directing, like everything. Just it was so beautiful to see. So now that they're getting like the props, because they also had another mini series they did together. That was also they were really cute in that one too. And so yeah, like when I found out about them, I'm just like they are so adorable, and I'm happy that people are like really giving them like just attention. I really enjoy that.
Those
And
concepts.
War.
Go ahead.
And I'm still shocked that War is grown.
How
Yes,
much is
he
he?
is.
I thought they were 98 liners.
28, 29.
28. Yep.
He's older than me.
Man,
He grown.
that's a man.
Ooh. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
He's so little though.
You
So
can
cute.
indulge as much as you want there. Yes, 28. You don't have to be like, you don't have to like check the math.
Did you speaking of like favorite couples, like do you guys have like a favorite pairing? Favorite couple, favorite pairing?
Yes. I want to hear yours first and then I'll do mine.
You can go ahead, Ronnie.
So I love Yen War together. Like together, they're. I don't know. I fell in love with them when it came to Love Mechanics. Moss Bank has me to Lulu, and I love just indulging in their content together. Gemini 4th. The two of them. That was the unexpected one because I had no intention on watching My School President.
Me either.
I know why. I can tell you exactly why I started My School President. Because I posted a TikTok about Never Let Me Go, asking why I wasn't on Friday. 1,000,001 comments. But GMM has a banger on Fridays already. And I was like, well, let me check this show out. And now I'm like, Gemini 4th. I love that you can tell that they're friends. They bicker. And their character, I noticed that their characters thing is like physical touch with like the little fingers under the chin.
Yeah.
And they do that like just together. And I'm like, I love y'all together. Like as friends, like I can tell that it's real. It's not like a forced connection.
Yeah.
So those would be my three. Yen War, Moss Bank, Gemini 4th.
So I've had the opportunity yet again to explain my deep, deep love for Bilkin and PP. I did not know anything about BL, and my love for them actually isn't as a BL pairing, but as actors and singers who happen to have been in a BL. Their story is the foundation for I Told Sunset About You. They met before they became actors. They had about 2 years of just them. And then they went into Nadal, which is now closed, and did some shows, but they were not a pairing. They did My Ambulance. The director of My Ambulance was like, this is a thing. You guys are a lot and people are in love with you. And he interviewed them, took their story of their life, and then wrote I Told Sunset About You. It is not word for word their story, but it is loosely based on their story. So all of that is interesting to me because it's not like this BL ship stuff, right? It's just
Yeah.
two people who are, of course, they don't define the relationship, but I always say if you really want to know more about them, it is all on Twitter because they were high school teenagers and didn't know any better. So their business was on the street. But like, that's neither here nor there. Like, just the fact that when Bilkin met PP, he looked at him and said, we're gonna do this thing together. I'm going to go be an actor. I believe I can be a star. I want you with me. And PP had zero interest in any of it. He was not trying to be an actor. He was not trying to be anything. And he was like, I like him. I'm going to go do this thing with him. And now they are at the top of Thailand. It's just wild to me. And that's just a cool story. And so I'm like deep in it. I'm deep in it. but that's why. That's my like, if it turns out tomorrow they're not together, I think people really think that I like would be in a corner like rocking it. I do not care. I just think they're super interesting people and very, very talented and so smart about this business. And that excites me. So those are my mains. And then my Delulu is Earth Mix. That's where I just get giddy and silly. I don't have any. I'm not gonna try to give you deep reasons or anything like that. I just like to watch them together. They make me laugh, and I love them. And they're living together. They're living together.
Though they have separate houses, they still live together.
And have for many, many years. It's not like everyone's like, oh, they're doing the show. It's like, y'all don't follow them. They've been doing this for 3-4 years now. It didn't start yesterday.
I don't know what it is about Mix, but he got to leave me alone because First is my boo. So I need him to, you know what I mean? He got to get out my face. You know what I mean? He looking at me a little too hard. Is it just those two?
I observe. Xenu is interesting to me, but as an observer, I don't know that I'm like, I feel like it would be disingenuous to be like, they're one of my favorites, but I like seeing how things work and what like the behind the scenes of it all is and how they're like creating these partnerships and stuff. And so I don't know. I got bored once and all their stuff is on YouTube translated. They're one of the very few you can like see their interviews and their lives all translated. So I could like weed through all of that from beginning to end. And it was really interesting to me. So they're just interesting to me. I don't know that I'm in love with them, but they're interesting. I think that Gemini fourth, because they're and First Cow.
Sure.
Just because they're First Cow. First Cow.
Those are my babies. I was I know I asked this last time, and Ronnie, I'm so mad because I forgot about my boo's Jaw First. Those are my my number one. Like when I first got into it, those are my babes. How did I forget my babes? So Jaw First, I'm gonna add to the list. First Cow, and then Tay Nu. Everyone forget about my baby Tay Nu. Like they just there. You know what I mean? So those are like mine. But yeah, I like other ones, you know, like Yinwar and Gemini Fourth. But First Cow has just, I think because right now they have something out that I'm seeing more than Jaw First. But Jaw First has like continuously worked together ever since the beginning. So like that's what I do love, because they have a series coming out this year. Of course, I'm excited for it. But yeah, because I just finished Remember Me, and then but First Cow keeps coming back, and I'm like, yeah.
First Cow.
I will also say the thing I am intrigued by Gemini First. One is to think about who are they going to model their careers after, because they were like unexpected and so young and so good, like so young and so good. And then I was very apprehensive about First Cow because not me. I wanted to see more of First Gawain.
Okay.
Right? I wanted like more of that. I was like, okay, I see something here. Though that one punch wasn't enough at the end of Not Me. That needed a little bit more than that. A little bit more than that before he took him back. So I wanted more of that. And then I see First Cow, and I'm like, that it's the die a hero, right? Before you becoming a villain. It's the end a ship before you get in a better ship. Because like while I liked Gawain and First in that show, First Cow, they just work. They just work.
So good.
And both of them, like again, both had been in ships beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Before finding the one that was like, this is the one that should stick.
But they were friends the whole time. And this is where I'm like, So Aof said he watched, told Sunset about you. He saw that when you put friends together or people in relationship together, you get a better product. And so he is the casting whisperer. All these new ships you're seeing, all these partners, Aof.
Besties.
Either it's his
Right?
show or he was casting the show.
Yeah.
So think about it. Earth mixed friends before.
Yep.
And their first series was an Aof show.
Yep.
7,000 Stars. Gemini fourth were friends.
Yep.
Right? They were friends first. Nena were friends. That's questionable at this point.
Oh, don't make me sad.
Wait, what happened? I missed.
Were friends. Just their interactions aren't interacting in the same way that they were.
It's gotten better, but it was rough. That whole thing just makes me sad. It just it fell off there. You saw it when it fell off, and it makes me sad because Aof said he was afraid to put them in the series together because the last thing he wanted to do, he could never forgive himself if he hurt their friendship. And that fan meet where they were all weeping, I was like, I know he was feeling it. Like, I messed up.
Wait, you talking about the Bad Bunny cast?
Yeah.
The mains? What happened? What did I miss? Why am I always late to stuff? Like, what is happening? Are they not friends anymore or something?
No, they're friendly.
They're friends. They're just.
Oh my gosh!
So you can say, like, Nanon said that he would only do a BL if it was Om. Om was ready to be done with BLs and said he signed on to Bad Bunny because it was Nanon. Right? That's why he signed on. There was, I want to say, a fan meet where something happened. They got into an argument in a somewhat public way. And they didn't talk to each other for a while. And then there was a concert or a fan meet.
It was a fan meet.
Where they are both on stage. They had to watch some videos. And then both are bawling and apologize to each other. But since then, they haven't been at the same level that they were before.
And it never got back to what it was. They were like glue. Just glue. It just seemed like each other's person. So that one was hard to watch to me because I was like, that felt truly genuine. And I think part of it too is I think GMMM did them dirty, in my opinion, because they became a cash cow. They turned into a pillar. But these were two people who had no intention of continuing BL.
Mm-hmm.
But now you're a pillar, but they're both not trying to be BL actors. Mm-hmm. And so I think it became a thing, right? Like, keep pairing them, keep doing these fan meets. That's where the money is. The fan meets are where the money is right now. So that's why you see so many going on all over the place. And that drama around Om was advantageous for GMMM. And I don't know if anybody caught it because Thai fans were in an uproar. They have figured out the game with these fan meets because they're paying for flights for those actors. They were paying for the location of the fan meets. Mm-hmm. But the money being made is going to GMMM.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was a racket. It's a ripoff. And fans were raging online. And conveniently, during that time period, scandal broke. and never to talk about everybody forgot how angry Thai fans were about these fan meets and this racket, and no one talked about it since. That's all I'm saying about that.
Well, I was gonna say, because I didn't know about that friendship breakup. Well, kind of complication, but I will say, because I was still new at the time, but a friendship breakup that like really hurt me was, Top Tap and Mike. That hurt. Like because I had just gotten to like I seen both of their shows, and I'm like, yes, this is such a beautiful. They would have definitely been one of my favorite. Like their chemistry was on point. I loved it. And then I like seen a video one day, and I'm like, huh? And like I was like, okay, let me get some more information in it. And I was just like, this is bad. And I'm like, oh no, they're seriously not. They're not okay. And it hurt me so bad because I'm like, I just got into y'all. Y'all was, you know what I mean? And then this happened. But and it's still not. We still don't know the truth of what happened. It's just we know it's bad.
Yeah. And my thing is, of that pairing, I am more of a Top Tap fan.
Same.
Like nothing against Mike, but Top Tap also is a big fan of my favorite K-pop group, and often does cover like dance covers of them.
Which one?
NCT 127. I'm like, I love you because you're doing and he's doing it well.
Man can dance.
So I'm like, bigger fan of Top Tap. Here's the thing: talk about a cash grab. GMM. These like ship light sticks that they've produced.
That's real? That's real?
Oh, yes.
I'm like, are you freaking serious?
They want to be K-pop so bad.
Y'all, I know y'all are like, stop, Milk and PP. They did that first. And I thought it was stupid, but people bought them. Like, people bought them. And GMM was like, all right, guess we're doing this now.
I'm like, why y'all?
Well, because I've seen one of Off Gun, and I'm like, is that even real? It is like a baby bottle looking like.
That's hilarious to me.
Like, I don't know. If first gal, I might buy one. I don't know, but no. Okay, this is crazy. This is crazy, right?
No.
It works.
See, here was my thing, right? At least with a K-pop group, I know K-pop groups come to the States.
Yeah.
Every so often. So I have a use for it. Also, some of their virtual concerts, you can link up your light stick to do it. These fan meets, they ain't about to make it so I can link up what's the purpose of me having the light stick?
I'm actually confused why they haven't even decided, because they know they have international fans. I'm like confused why they haven't even like, kind of like KCON, right? So like, the less known groups or like new groups, they come at least to like New York, LA, right? I'm surprised BL hasn't at least, done a little tour here.
It just blew up. It just blew up internationally. It's baby new. Like I don't even know that it knows its international audience yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, because someone was like, she was saying how some of like the BLs that like just post, like they don't have subtitles yet. They just leave us hanging.
Yeah. Because you think about it, like BL, though it has existed in an underground form for years, it didn't start like existing really until maybe 2016. Then it started gaining popularity a little bit more in 2019. Pandemic, and then you get a little bit more. More people are watching and trying to consume other things. Together happened, and it's like this can go real mainstream. Now it's ever. And then the fact that right now BL is Thailand's biggest export.
It is. That shocked me.
Like, it's their biggest export right now.
It's wild.
Are there BLs?
It's wild.
Have you guys seen have you guys I guess watched Safe House like by GMM-TV?
I have.
Yes.
I wish they had subtitles.
I was about to say, how you watch it without no subtitles?
Oh,
I wish.
There's YouTube video. Safe House is my favorite thing. The dirt you find out, the way you can see, like, you have to watch Safe House watch what's going on behind whatever is the focus. And that's when you see the real stories that are happening. Those boys are messy. People don't pay attention. Messy. I said I want Luke in every single safe house. Luke is my favorite thing. Just watching him like work the room. Luke is messy.
I've only seen clips of First Gal, of course, but it was 4 seasons. And people were just saying how the 4th season was the worst. Do you guys agree?
I didn't watch it. So
I didn't watch the 4th.
Yes.
I watched when Om Nanon was in.
Yes. I think it's season 3 or season 2 or something.
I watched
2,
and I think the same time Om Nanon was in, 4th book was in the house.
Yes,
because it was just before Enchanté, which should not have followed Bad Buddy. It should not have followed Bad Buddy. I was like, what is the story? I like them as a pairing. Mm-hmm. I did not like their show.
I haven't seen it. I don't know.
You're good.
You ain't missing nothing. You good.
Don't do that to you. You're fine. Or watch like the first 6 or 7 and then go about your day.
You don't need to finish that one. You need to finish that one. Because then you just be mad, like, what did I just watch? So I watched that. Then the next season was Jimmy C. I know they were in the house. And I really enjoyed this.
That was my favorite season.
Jung Dunk was in the house.
That was the same with Jimmy C. Yeah.
And I love that there was this one sound that would play, and it would always startle Jung. And it was the most hilarious thing. I'm like, oh.
Why do you guys watch season 4? Like, I'm just thinking, Gemini 4th was in that one.
I didn't know who they were. I had no idea who they were. When I saw the list, it was nobody I was interested. Not like hardcore interested. Like I liked First Cow, but I wasn't gonna take my time just to watch First Cow. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not a huge Tay New person. Not that I'm against him. I know more Tay than I know New because I call Tay the third. So I know him from all the other couples he crashes. I don't know him in his own partnership. I only know him as the third in all the other partnerships. So and he's hilarious. I adore him. I like him a lot.
Tay New are such a chaotic couple.
Yes.
Because, I watched Dark Blue Kiss, and I was like, yo, Tay's character I was not messing with. I was like, no, you deserve better. I was not messing with.
Toxic, yeah.
Pete. Because every time, I see his name, I think about Pete About a Boy. Because that was this, competition they were in. So I was, not a fan of that. I saw him, Tay, in The Player, which I absolutely love. And I've also recommended to my mother. We'll see if she actually watches it. Because, it's so, American shows can never, not this level of complication and chaos. And then now I'm, getting a fascination for New because of the warp effect.
Also, New, just in general, to me, has switched it up. New's a little different lately. So
that's what I'm saying.
He's interesting to me right now. I'm paying attention more. I don't know what the switch up was, but I'm like, oh, he's on my radar. When it was mainly Tay before.
I think a lot of the beginner BL actors, I think when they get projects away from each other, I think they're just happy. They're happy to explore other things. I love Tay New. Those are my babies. And I'm really sure they care about each other, but I feel like every time I see fan meets sometimes, I'm like, I know they're tired of these fans constantly just you need little interaction. The fans just go crazy. And it's just he was just doing the littlest things. It don't need to be that. So I think, because I've seen that too of New just looking, I don't know. I think he's able to do a project, because they have to do another project, later, of course, with Cherry Magic. So I think right now he's just enjoying his solo stuff and kind of wanting people to see him for him instead of Tay New, just see him for him. So yeah, I think that's what it is.
That makes sense. Yeah.
All right, BL Wish. Here's a BL Wish. And this may never happen. But someone, again, I will know what the concept of someone's consent is, but not remember who actually said it. So someone was talking about, so there's been conversation about colorism and BLs. And then I saw someone's like, oh, like a BL wish would be to have um, Oppo and Earth as like a show in the show with siblings.
Mm.
And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take this a step further. Give me Oppo and Earth as siblings, and then give me Mile and Mix as siblings. Because the chaos, right? Mix is the more chaotic one of Mile and Mix, right? Oppo is the more chaotic one. I was like, that would be such an interesting pairing and dynamic just to watch in a show.
Who are they? Are they like? Are they?
So Earth Mix.
Earth Mix.
I know Earth Mix. What's the other
and then
one?
Mal and Oppo, Ken Porsche. They literally are Ken and Porsche.
Like the lead characters.
Yes.
I'm over here thinking like, what GMM actors are named?
No.
What? Okay,
so that's what I mean. Like, I was like, that would be really interesting to see because you'd have two darker skinned actors with two lighter skinned actors.
Well,
so that.
Okay.
That's one show I would want. Like, I'd eat that up. I think the other thing is, I just need Dung, Gemini, and Puin as siblings in a show.
Yeah.
Just give me the three of them as siblings in a show.
You guys,
there was that three brothers. They could do their own version.
Well, could you add Tay in there? You know, Tay's on the darker side versus New.
Why are you trying to sneak Tay in this stuff?
Well, also
the New guy line up, and then she's on the side. Just go, baby. Just get in the line. I got you.
Nobody be talking about Tay New over here. Like really, the four pillars? No one really talks about them anymore. Like,
I think those pillars are about to be turned on their head. I think they're yesterday's news. I think this pillar thing is about to be completely shaken up.
Well, I kind of like put it with like generations, kind of like, you know, how we do K-pop, like first, second, third gen. And I feel like fourth gen, which would be first gal, Gemini fourth, all the newbies, like even Yinwar, like those would like be considered fourth gen. Like third gen would be like Off Gun, Tay New, like the like older ones. So it is kind of like fourth gen is like kind of they're pushing in there. They're pushing.
Did you guys watch the Off Gun Fun Night with Gemini fourth?
I've seen clips.
So I'm an observer. I just, it is, if you watch it, take yourself like out of the episode and watch Off Gun, watch Gemini 4th. And it's fascinating. It is like watching, I don't want to say it's their replacement, right? Because that doesn't feel right. But
I know what you mean, though.
They see the writing on the wall that there are a few people that can reach Off Gun supremacy, right? At GMMM. I'm just specifically talking GMMM. Like, there's Bright Wind, but I don't even put them. Bright Wind is different than Off Gun, right? I don't see them as a BL couple. I just can't. My brain can't wrap around. They're two actors that do stuff together sometimes.
That's because Together wasn't a BL.
But there's them. So I'm like, take them out. But when I look at BL couples, I feel like Off Gun is that supremacy, right? And there's just not been anyone that can touch what they can do. And like the Gun is everybody's baby, even though he's like 30 or whatever.
I know, he's so cute.
He's the baby, and he's always treated the baby no matter how old the people are. And I was watching him realize there was no room for him to be the baby with these two, because specifically 4th is the baby now.
Yeah.
And 4th was like attached to Gun. And it was just this processing of, no, I have to baby somebody else. Like, I was so, and even they're so smart, they're so witty, and they were so, like, usually there's this reverence of, I'm in the presence of Off Gun. But Gemini 4th just came in like gangbusters, and they were fully themselves. And they were toe to toe. I've never watched anyone brand new go toe to toe with Off Gun and like meet the jokes and even steal focus at times it's just, if you watch it like from that observational standpoint, it's so interesting to see.
And I will say, with staying on Afghan, within GMM, Afghan definitely is at the top. And they're also the most consistent because they're constantly producing things together.
Yes.
And successful things together. Like, still.
They're pairing, like, people have all these ideas around pairings, and I have my own. But to me, those two are choosing what they're like. They have figured out what works for them. Even if one of them, I think they're going to be. I know people hate Chris, whatever. But Cincto and Chris continue to work together. They choose to. It works for them. I think even if one of them were to leave GMMM, I think their pairing would stay a pairing because they have a cadence. They know each other. It works for them. They can give as much as they need to give when it's time to give. And they also can go off and be their own people, and it's not it might be drama in their, I don't really think it's drama in their fandom because they've kind of been trained that that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And so they know, like, it's business. Like, they know where the money is. And they also, like, are family too. So I just feel like they've got it figured out. I don't think even leaving the company would end their partnership. I feel like those two are locked in.
I mean, I don't think Tainu had that many opportunities as Afghan. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I just feel like we kind of missing the point. You know what I mean? They up there though. They up there. You know what I mean?
They are pillar. They are pillars.
Yeah.
So they're pillar too.
They are pillars. Part of it is like, are there stories that they want? Also, we can also playing the game. Tay is darker.
Mm-hmm.
So is colorism also playing a factor in what opportunities that pairing is getting?
Yeah, because I haven't seen any of their like solo stuff besides like the Warp Effect, like the first part of it. But the last time I think Tay was in was with Gunn and Luke. I think when they did like sibling thing.
Yeah.
Was he
the three brothers?
Oh yeah, that's right.
So that was
a messy three to put together. I should have watched more behind the scenes. That's the show.
I've seen like clips of Gunn. I'm like, oh, he is sassy. Like he is not scared to like.
No, Gunn is messy. Luke is just trouble, and Tay is wild. So that would have been good. That would have been good. Luke is dangerous. He's messy.
I'm still waiting on the Joss Luke show.
It would be so good.
It would be so good.
I just know of Luke. Like I haven't seen any of his projects. I just know that he's half American.
I just know Luke from Safe House. I will watch Luke edits of Safe House. It is the most amusing thing to me.
Oh, well, I forgot. I did see he was with Mew. It wasn't really a movie. It was literally like a game for a campaign or something like that. But they turned it into like a little thing. It was like I think maybe 20-minute thing. But like I liked him in that, but like he didn't have much dialogue. But it was for a game. But I was like, okay. So I do like that duo of him and Mew. I think that would be interesting to see like them in a series together.
Mm.
Yeah, Luke was in Drag I Love You, which I did not watch.
Oh, right. You're right.
I don't think Luke would be in a BL. I don't get those vibes from him. I get him like I don't think.
Yes, he would.
I think, like, honestly, I think the best pairing for him of anybody would be Joss.
Yeah.
Who is that?
So Joss, he is. I got introduced to Joss in The Player. He was also in 3 Will Be Free.
Yeah.
Like one of the leads in 3 Will Be Free with Tay. And
that Tay, she worked that up.
Right? And I was like, it was so good. I was like, and I know they're friends, so I'm like, it would be interesting to see them paired together and maybe a rivals to lovers type situation.
Would Luke be the one that like in denial at first, or is he like going? He knows.
You need to go watch, go to YouTube and watch just Luke Safe House edits. So you can retrain your brain.
About the same man, Luke. He's like, he could, like, he's the half American one, like the one who can speak English. That Luke?
That's Gawain?
Yeah, I think you're talking about
No, I know him.
No, he is. He grew up in the, he's Japanese American.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm telling you, just go to YouTube. There's tons of Luke Safe House edits.
Okay.
And you will see Luke in a different way. That's all I'm gonna say. Just do yourself a favor.
Do you guys, since you were talking about the wish list, do you guys have like a dream cast? Like, we'll say like 5 actors. Dream cast. It does not matter the company. It doesn't matter the company. Just 5 that they got to get it done. 5 dream that you just know they're gonna slay.
Oh, all right. Nope, I can do it. I'm just gonna go off the dome right now. Just whatever is in my head in this moment. Nope, I can't wait. All these new people came out of nowhere. 5? Can we do like 15?
We got to do the main couple, the side couple, and then the single one, or the player. That could be the player.
Like picking things.
We got to have a main couple, a side couple, and then the extra.
Well, now I got to put them in couples. I was just gonna put randos together.
No, they don't have to be like the set couple, but like just actors that they could play like a really good main couple or a really good side couple.
See, that changes things because we need to have chemistry together, right? I just can't pick 5 people.
That's true. That's true.
I know he's going to do his K-pop life, but I'm stuck on. Did y'all watch My Only 12%?
Santa's
being a K-pop idol?
Yeah,
he's doing a survival show, Fantasy Boys.
What?
Yeah.
Let me add Fantasy Boys. Okay.
Did y'all watch My Only 12%?
I haven't finished it.
Santa acted his little booty off, and so I would really like to see him like get an opportunity to like shine.
Yaya's in there.
Yeah.
So Santa. My introduction to Santa was 100% him dancing with Pond on TikTok, and my brain going, one of these is not like the other. One of these is not like the other. Because it's very clear one can do choreography and the other can dance.
Yep.
Who is Pond? Why don't I know any of these people?
Never Let Me Go.
Pond and Never Let Me Go. Fish Upon the Sky.
Which character Never Let Me Go?
He's one of the leads.
So what? He's got
longer hair. He's the buff one with longer hair. He seems pretty dumb. I don't know that he's actually. I don't know that he is dumb. Let me not say that, but that is the archetype.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start the show tonight. I need to try to remember these new people. Goodness, there's so many.
So yeah. But who would I want?
I only got to one. I don't know who I would put him with. I want him. I think Santa and Earth need to be with other people, so I don't want to put Earth with him again.
But
I will always want Gunn. I just will always want Gunn.
Hello.
I just love his acting. It's just purely about how talented he is.
Got beef.
It's too hard.
I don't think enough people will talk about First.
First is
which First?
Yeah, John First.
Which First?
Okay.
With John First. I don't think that people talk about his acting. I really, especially when Remember Me. Have you seen it, Kelly? Remember Me?
I only got halfway through. It moves very slowly.
I couldn't get to the first episode.
Yeah, it's work. It is work. I tried. I was like, oof.
Maybe because I was really excited for John First. Maybe that's it.
I love John First. But I was like...
It's the right.
I think I got 5 minutes in and I was like, no, never mind.
Move this story along.
I think because I watched it when it was like live. So like every week I was just like in a ball of mess. But if you do get through it, let me know how you like it. But I would say first I would want him in like my top 5, like my dream cast somewhere in there. I need him in there because it wasn't Tharn type. Well, he did kind of play a bad guy in Tharn type, but
He was horrible. Kinda. He was horrible.
He was trying to be a homewrecker.
Not a good person.
He was going through a tough time. He's, you know what I mean?
No,
He was missing his man. He is also in that Together, and he kind of played like the sly character a little bit. So I kind of want to see him in one of those type of roles, of just kind of like the evil, like either the straight up bad guy or just kind of like the like snarky one. I don't know. I think he would look good in those roles. Mm. And I don't want Gunn. I don't want Gunn. Get me off. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait a minute. What do you have against Gunn?
Nothing.
I got one thing about Gunn. I need a show where Gunn is not bursting into tears.
Same thing with First.
Well, that's what this. That's why, from what I understand, he requested a romantic comedy with Oz so that he could finally just have fun with a series
and not be crying all the time.
I think as soon as they see like an actor that could do it well, they just kind of keep them in that. Because even First, I'm just like, baby, what's going on? Like, why do they keep doing this to you?
Uh-huh.
But also the other First, he cries in I think every role. Mm-hmm. Last time y'all was talking about his crying, you know, Fiat was just going through a lot, and he had to let it out. At least he let it out. He didn't keep it in, you know.
Fiat was always crying. He'd be crying and then yelling for Leo, and I'm like, what Leo's supposed to do? What do you expect this man to do?
Yeah, that's his man. He's gonna help him.
Dude trying to blackmail you, and you're like, Leo. I'm like, Leo getting the same information you getting.
Please, he's my baby.
Fiat. Hate on. I'm with you. Protect Fiat. What was I going to say? I said Santa. I said Gunn. I don't want. I'm holding off on Bilkin and PP only because they take up 2 slots, and I can't pick one from the other. And I don't want to take up 2 slots.
I want how did I forget this man's name from Kim Porsche? I want.
Wait, I think I know who you're talking about.
Why did I forget his name? He's the English. He speaks English.
Con?
No, that's my boo too.
Oh, Bible?
Yeah, I want him in there. Actually, I want him in there. I want him out in my dream.
Okay.
I got 3. That's all I got so far. Let's see.
I mean, Cal to me can do anything. So Cal.
He's gotten a little. Wait, which Cal?
First Cal first.
Okay. He's got a little manlier. Like I noticed that in the last episode. I'm like, why your voice getting deeper? Like, what's going on? Like, let's calm down.
I say he's grown up.
Mm-hmm. Especially from like the Chocolate character.
I think some of these actors have grown up, which is why we're seeing them in new light.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Wait, do you got anybody in your house, Ronnie? You got out of the 5? You got anybody?
I'm thinking. So, Gunn would be in my Gunn for sure because I'm like that boy. Especially after Not Me and seeing just the duality of black and white, I was like, yes. That is top tier.
I agree.
He's in the house. He's I don't know who he is, but he's in the house.
He can be his own.
Right? I don't know. Another person that has to be in the house because he is working. Mark has to be in the house. Mark McKean has to be in the house.
Mark is everywhere.
Right. Okay, the Mark. Okay, make sure.
He has to be in this cast some way, shape, or form. Those are chill.
Ooh, I'll add Up in my house. I don't think enough people talk about Up. I really
Yay!
enjoy Up.
I'm glad you added Up. Did y'all see his when he did drag? He looked amazing.
No.
Okay, people, him first, Bright. I'm like, why are y'all so pretty as women? Like, oh my gosh, like they
Did you see
Nanon?
I didn't see him.
Nanon is not on their level. I'm sorry.
Nanon in drag though?
You know, he is not on Up's level. And Yin, did y'all see Yin?
No.
Go look it up. Oh my God. Go look Yin drag right now so you can see the picture. Yin looks ridiculous. Up looks to me, Up and Yin are at the top right now. And everybody else is trying to get there.
Yeah.
And that Up, I would suggest watching the episode of I forget what his show is called, where he goes and does drag. It's a really good episode. It makes me like him even more.
Is he an actor?
Watch Yin's episode.
Is he an actor?
Who?
Yin.
Yin from Yin and War Yin.
Somebody else came up. That's why I was confused. I was like, oh.
This is Yin War Yin. Y'all aren't you're gonna see him and be like, what is happening? It's just shifting like the Matrix or something.
What?
Yin looks unreal.
Like, somebody else came up.
You're talking Nanon. I'm like, no, Up and Yin are.
I'm like, who this woman?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I looked. I'm like, who is this?
Beautiful. Yes, get into it. Yin and Up, nobody can touch them for me. Nobody.
Ooh.
Nobody. Yeah. Yes.
I love when I looked that up. Up also came up. Up was also in there.
Up is unreal, and Up took it so seriously. And I forget the drag person's name, but they won Thailand Drag Race, and the whole time they were not thinking Up would take it seriously, and Up just kept saying, "I love drag. Like, this is important to me. Like, I want to understand everything. Like, I want to do this well." Like, he was so in it, and it made me respect him even more. And he did such a good job. And Yin just looks unreal.
Yeah, I feel like Up is underrated. I feel like Up is one of those underrated actors. So I guess when he was done. So I got
like a genius, which
I think he's studying to be a doctor.
Yeah, he's like brilliant.
It's crazy. But so is Jimmy.
Yeah.
All right, third person in my house. I love Jimmy, but I want C in the house.
C's a better actor. I said it.
Like, I want C. I want C in there.
Jimmy C. Jimmy.
So here's my thing. Vice versa. I enjoyed the show. I don't know why some people was like, I hate the show. I was like, it wasn't hate level.
I didn't hate it, but it was mid for me.
Is it called Vice Versa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of my favorite things about the show is that every episode is named after a color. C's outfits were always that color.
Yes. Yeah.
And I love that little detail.
It had moments I loved. It fell off at the end. And I was watching a podcast with the Dr. Tom guy, and he helped me forgive it because the Eclipse didn't have any sponsorship because that show took on all the sponsors. Yeah, so there were moments where that the sponsorship. I usually don't care, but I wanted to fight when they had that whole like eating the ramen very long. Like, here's the ramen packet. Look at me cooking the ramen. Let's slowly eat through. It was like 20 minutes of an episode where I needed story to happen, and they were eating ramen, and I was so uncontrollably angry. But I'm like, forgive it now because I think it's kind of that series to take on all of that so that the Eclipse could be what it was. So I'm okay with it. I still didn't enjoy it, but
was it worse sponsorship than Together?
I don't even remember Together.
I would say at the end of almost every episode, there was like basically a Lay's commercial.
Yep. Everyone.
So like, is it worth watching? Like, overall, do you think it's like a show I should watch?
I would say yeah.
Yeah, it's not like Ashante made me want to fight. Like, it's not that. It is not that.
Is Enchante another like Jimmy show?
No, that's
no.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, Miss T. Don't do it.
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
But the only Jimmy show that I watched was in Bad Bunny, and I couldn't stand his character. Oh my gosh, he was the worst character. So like I'm looking at Jimmy like I'm looking at you funny now. I know you're just an actor, but I don't know. I'm looking
he's
at you
great and vice versa.
Yeah, I like the two of them and vice versa. But C would definitely have to be in the house.
C.
And I'm a step away from GMM. War is in the house.
Yes. I'm going to put War in my house too.
War is definitely in the house. So I have 4 now.
Wow, I have Gun, Santa, and War. I only have 3.
Well, let's venture out. Let's venture out from Thailand. Let's go to like Korean or Japanese BL actors. Anybody like you know? Have you guys seen Old Fashioned Cupcake?
Yes, that is my jam. Have you seen it, Ronnie?
No.
It's so good.
I keep hearing about it.
Oh,
I think it's only 6 episodes.
Good.
Don't you know what? Actually, don't, because I don't know if we're getting a season 2, and if we're not, don't even do it to yourself, buddy.
Don't listen to her. Watch it. Don't listen to her. It is worth it in its own right. It is so well done, so well written, so well.
It's a beautiful series.
It's really beautiful. Like Moonlight Chicken, not Moonlight Chicken, but that kind of realness. Okay. It feels raw like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we leave Thailand, I'm gonna need like 3 more people in the house.
Yeah, that's too much if we leave Thailand.
Who is the I had because I went into like a Korean BL again hole of just constantly watching them. And so he's also a K-pop idol. Do you know Astro?
Oh wait, sorry.
Who?
From Semantic Error.
Oh yeah, he's adorable. First of all,
I'm obsessed with him.
No, Ronnie, do you know Astro?
I know of Astro, yes.
So June, no, not Astro, Ace. June from Ace, he was in a Korean BL, and I was surprised that he did so well. But I'm having him in my house because he did well in that Korean BL.
Okay.
Well, what's the Korean BL?
I forgot the name. I'll look it up and send it to you guys. But it was like I was surprised because again, it was like it's a historical type of one. So It's like when I think that's kind of rare, we get that kind of like in Korean BLs. But yeah.
My brain is going blank.
So I need 6 people then if I'm gonna go outside. Because I'm torn between 2 people.
Who?
I'm torn between Kakoi from Game Boys.
Oh, I forgot about him. Yes.
I'm torn between him. All right, and then Kim Ji-woong from Roommates of Pundak 304.
Okay. Solid too.
So I'm torn between the 2 because like I love Kakoi and all the things that he's been in.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed Kim Ji-woong in both. Well, Kissable Lips, I was like, that was kind of mid for me. But Roommates of Pundak, I do really enjoy.
So many people crop on Kissable Lips, and I'm over here like,
it's the ending.
I know, yeah, I didn't like the ending either.
Right, but seeing him in Boys Planet, I'm like, I have a greater like. We all know you're sexy. Like that's the thing. We know that. That's your thing. And definitely he does know it. But also, like, there's a moment where one of he was the leader of the group for like the actual performance, and he had one of the younger members, one of the youngest participants who. In Korean age is 17, but it's actually 16 by year standards. And he was like really not confident, and he was just being such a caretaker for this younger person. I was like, I really just like you as a human in this moment.
Yeah.
So I'm like, he can be in the house, and I'll figure out pairings later. I'll figure out pairings later.
He's gonna have everybody's attention. He is that man. I
Maybe
think
he is the player. He is the player.
He gotta be. He ain't faithful. That man is not faithful. Like I think it's his eyes. I think same thing with Mix. It's like when I look in their eyes, I'm like, what is happening? We're having a connection right now. I don't know what it is.
Shook by Mix saying that Wynn is the closest to him he's ever played a character, and it makes everything make sense. It all makes sense now, but I am shook by it too because
I wouldn't trust him either. I'm like, you, buddy, you're doing too much, my guy. You need to stop looking at me like that all the time. Like I was like, why is you constantly staring at this man? Like we get it.
Him to know what he wants without telling him what he wants. He's getting it done.
But that's how things happen, and it's very realistic. Like that's how things actually happen. Like you look, you may like avoid that, but you look again to be like, you have this entire conversation. Just by looking at each other.
They didn't have to have words. They knew where that night was going to end up. And Mix made sure, made sure it was clear what his expectations were with those looks. That's what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
I will just say real quick, I don't think, and I think I got a sport anyway, that Alan and Goppa, they don't end up together. And I even said in one of my videos last night, like, it wouldn't even make sense if they did. Because it's just like, those are two different stories. And I just feel like that would force it. We only got 2 episodes left.
Guy Paw?
Yeah, I feel like, first of all, okay.
It's too good.
Listen. Like, I just feel like we should just leave them alone. Like, I know a lot of people, even me, we're like really excited for First Gal, but I think it's one where we don't need them to, like, their characters to be together. So I'm gonna wait for Only Friends. Are you guys excited for that?
I'm so
from that.
We should do a watch party.
I'm down.
I'm down.
We should do a watch party. Yeah.
From the trailer.
But go ahead.
From that trailer, from Only Friends trailer, I was like, this is gonna be so messy, and I am so here for it.
Oh, messy.
And your buddy Mark is in there again, so we'll see him.
Mark, I want it.
In Bad Buddy, I was not obsessed with Mark. My school president, I'm like, I see you, Mark. And then it was Warp Effect. And I'm like, I see you again, Mark. Then it was Moonlight Chicken. I'm like, I see you again, Mark. Get your paycheck.
I'm gonna brag on he's a Nadal boy. That's where he started in Nadal. They were raising actors there. They were one of the few companies that was like, I'm going to raise actors and do shows, but raise actors. So he cut his teeth there. Like, their workshops are so intense. So, like, he's an actor. But I'm ready to see him go toe-to-toe with Neo. Ooh.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm nervous, but excited.
What was I going to say? The trailer got me, but what got me more than the trailer was just that clip of them dancing. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what it was, but I was like, it had a Moonlight Chicken effect on me. Whereas, like, I've been in the club with them. Like, I know who each of these couples are just in a few seconds. Like, I know you as a couple. Like, you're all very different. And you established who you were as couples in seconds just dancing in this clip.
What are you going to say, Ronnie?
I'm in. Hook, line, sinker. Let's go.
I think about the clip. It got me thinking about Forrest Buck. Because if you look at them just off of Enchante, you're going to be like, who are these people? They're intriguing. And I'm like, I'm ready to watch them.
How did they do what they did just like dancing? I was like, oh my God.
I'm like worried about the tape that we have going around. I'm like, the tape, in the trailer, there's a tape.
It was very confusing for me.
Oh.
It's a tape. It's like, I don't know who tape it is, but it's a tape. And, it's going to be a thing. I think it's going to be blackmail. It's going to be a lot. This is going to be a heavy show.
I'm into it, though.
See, but that's a device I've seen used before. And I'm like, that just adds to the story.
I'm hoping it's good though. We got a nice cast, at least like the
It's
cast that I
Joe.
know.
Joe did Warp Effect. Joe, what is it? He did a bunch of stuff. It's Joe. Joe and Aoff right now.
So I have loved everything Aoff has done. I have loved everything Joe has done. I think the first thing I watched that I know for a fact was Joe was The Player, and I was like, all right, I'm here for it. And then I'll Never Let Me Go and Warp Effect. I'm like,
Yep.
I don't know what they're. And certain directors I trust.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Same.
Because there are some I'm like, oh, what are you doing? And then, like with My School President, you're seeing kind of their tutelage,
Yes.
like
exactly.
trickle down.
I think they're
The
smart.
Player is recent.
And they have a plan, and they're like, oh, we're just gonna come in here and actually make BL queer when we weren't paying attention. Whoops, it happened. Here it is.
Is there any
Tropes
series,
that we're playing with, we're gonna just like subvert all of them.
Yep.
is there any series that you guys know about that you're like really excited for this year?
Yes.
Mine is Only Friends.
Only Friends, 100%. My brain is blanking right now. There's a few.
Only Friends is definitely one of mine.
God, there were other ones.
Oh, I guess I should say Cherry Magic because Tay knew. So I guess.
Girl,
Have fun with that one.
I love your dedication.
That's my boobs.
Yin and Ward teased that they might have something coming. So
I saw
Yes,
that.
they do. Oh, Our Sky 2.
Yes, because everybody's in it. Yes, yeah.
Our Sky 2. I'm looking forward to that.
I haven't seen the first one.
Well, you don't need to see the first one.
It's just, yeah.
It's like mini clips or like mini series of each of old couples and old shows. So, Om Nanon, Bad Buddy,
They're coming back.
coming back. Right? Pon and Pooin are reprising from Never Let Me Go.
The Eclipse.
First
The
Scout?
Eclipse. Yep, they're gonna have a segment. Gemini 4th will have a piece of it.
Yep.
Earth Mix has something in there.
Those are my boobs.
So all of them have something. I'm looking. I'm on World BL, looking like what's upcoming.
Oh, that's smart.
I am looking forward.
I
can't remember what's coming.
I know there's like I seen a post of like what's coming in March, and I think March we have like at least a lot of Korean BL.
That's what's that site's name? I forget. They always post everything.
There's an Omega X BL coming, and I'm so excited for that.
Yeah, I was worried that we weren't going to get it, but it looks like it's
I'm excited. I need to see that one.
So for me, those are the two.
All right, wait. Trying to get to World of BL.
I feel like we have a lot coming this year, though.
It's a little intimidating how many shows, but
I'm just like every time I look at World of BL, it's Thailand and then everybody else.
Yeah.
It's very Thailand than everybody else.
You're at looking at the upcoming list. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, because like at least with the Chinese BLs, like romances.
I mean, Cooking Crush. I love Off Gun, so I'm gonna watch it. A Boss and a Babe. It's not like going to be amazing, but I still think it's going to be fun. So I'm excited.
There's another Office one that isn't with GMMTV that I've been waiting since last year. It's I think they're newer. At least they're I think a new pairing, but it's another Office one, and that one does look good. I seen an interview of them. I'm not gonna lie, the chemistry was a little interesting, but we'll see.
I Feel You Linger in the Air. I think is supposed to be good. I can't remember. What's Last Twilight?
That's the new Jimmy C one.
Oh, I'm not gonna judge it. The trailer didn't hit the way I needed it to. I was a little concerned, but as I know, GMM trailers are not indicative of the show, so I'm not going to judge it off its trailer.
Not their initial trailers at all.
No, they're just slapdash. Middleman's Love, just because I really like Yemen Tudor, and it was supposed to be the other two, but that all happened. But I'm hoping Ian and Tudor can do a good job with it, and I like them. So I
I'm
like want to see them do well.
so I am ready for Naughty Babe because I want to see Max and Nat in a lead role, but I don't necessarily know if I want them in that universe.
I'm tired of Cutie Pie universe. I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, I didn't watch the second season.
They have another show though. What's their? That's what I want to see. It's supposed to be super messy. Like people, what's that other show they're doing? I think that's coming first. They just finished casting for it. What's it called? What's it called? Oh, I forget. Damn, I can't remember what it's called. But they have another series, and they just finished casting for it. That sounds really messy and interesting.
I don't know if it's maybe it's their characters, but I don't know if it's like the chemistry's lacking for me or what. Maybe it was the characters. I don't know. Like I don't. I get. I understand. You know, a lot of people love them, but I don't know. I don't really get the like. You know. I don't know. I don't know.
Theories I have heard, probably from Shannon. Probably from Shannon. Nat. So Nat has been the baby of Demundi for the longest time. And I think I can agree with Shannon and that Nunu came along. Xenu took off. And when you've worked so hard and like, yo, it's about to be my shot, and you see somebody else just like skyrocket to the top, you might feel some type of way.
I agree.
And that could be impacting just like, yeah, could be just in Cutie Pie, like how Max and I are interacting because they have to share time with Xenu. But I'm wondering what it will look like if it's just them because I think they enjoy being together as a pairing, as a partnership. They just haven't had the time to like shine as a partnership.
I'm curious. I just because I'm like you, Naughty Babe itself doesn't interest me as much. But this, I will see if I can find the name of the other series. I should just ask Shannon because I'm sure she knows. She's got to like Rolodex
Shannon,
brain, right? Like,
BL Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
BL Gossip Girl. She's always in the loop about something.
I should just ask. I'm just going to ask it because it's going to take me too long.
I just remembered. Have you guys seen it's Ghost House?
Oh, I heard that was good. I didn't watch it.
I haven't watched it.
I don't know why I forgot. If you have to tell me how you liked it. I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna spoil anything. I don't know how I forgot about that pairing, but that is a beautiful pairing, and they even have like a mini series on their company site. I think it's their company site of like a coffee shop thing. But when I say you're gonna love the chemistry, you're gonna love it. Okay,
what is that on?
It's on YouTube. And it's free, and it's really good, but it's also there's also some moments that hurts. But that's one of my favorite pairings. I'm so mad I forgot because they haven't been anything like big like since then. But their chemistry is so beautiful, and yeah.
I'm trying to think about how much hurt do I want to consume in my life with these.
It's not that bad.
That's why I didn't watch it. I was watching too many things that were making me cry at the time it was out, and I was like, I would like to not cry.
There's only 2 things that will make you like really hurt, but it's get over it. Huh?
2 Worlds is the series I was trying to think of. That's the one they just finished casting. It seems like a bananas storyline, and I'm very interested in it. Okay. Like they go from like timelines or something like that, and in each one, like they're dating other people, but they're like trying to get back together or something. It's wild. Like he dies, like Max dies in one of the timelines.
What?
It's wild. It's very interesting. That I'm way more curious about 2 Worlds than Naughty Babe. That's where I think we're gonna get to see.
You just said that brief description has me hooked. I'm like, I want this.
You know who would be great in those roles? Tainu. I think
Oh my God. I've never heard anyone go hard for Tainu like you. This is beautiful. Everybody needs somebody. This is
because nobody's talking about my babies. My babies, ain't nobody talking about them. I gotta keep them relevant.
I love Tay. My favorite thing with Tay is when he's a partner destroyer. He will just come in and he knows what he's doing. It's so fun to watch him like wreak havoc in a partnership. It makes me so happy. There's no harm in it, It's just free and fun. I love Tay. I don't see as much new, but
okay. Random question: have either of you watched Rock Diao, the BL sitcom?
No. Oh, I heard about it. No, I didn't watch it.
Is it good?
Watch it. I enjoyed it. Yeah, it is really good. And I'm like, I want something from that pairing. Something else from that pairing.
What is it called? Rock
Diao. It's on YouTube, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Diao? Diao?
Diao. So RAKDIAO. It is comedic. It is, but I'm like, the pairing is absolutely gorgeous.
Both something else came up. Did I spell that right? Something else came up.
Are beautiful.
Girl, what came up her face?
What? So DIAO.
Diao. 2 words.
Something else came up. Am I? Just send me the
I'll send it to you.
Something else came up. Okay.
But I enjoyed it so much. Yeah, and because it's like it's one of those shows where like you have all this stuff happening, that light, fluffy, comedic things happening, but you can see the exact moment one of the characters falls for the other.
Ooh.
Like that's you see the exact moment. I'm like, oh. And the others just slow to catch on. But you like know there's like, it's there. I was like, and it's 15 episodes. My one gripe with the show was that episode 15 did not feel like a finale.
Okay.
So I'm like, if y'all come with a season 2, I'm okay with that.
Right.
Special episode, I'm okay with that. It just didn't feel like that was the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and ask the last 2 questions, and then we can wrap it up. But so one of them is, I know we had asked you guys this last time, but I think we said 3. I think I said 3. 3 starter BLs, and then 3 BLs that you just feel like people have to watch. So like 6 total. So 3 new, like beginner friendly, and then 3 that you just feel like people have to watch. Is your list still the same, Ronnie?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Is Bad Bunny still on there? Bad
Bunny is still on there.
That's on mine too. It has to be.
Bad Bunny is still on there. I will add. I don't think I said My School President, but I'm going to add My School President as a starter one.
Starter, okay.
And then the other starter BL I will add. Maybe I said it. I don't remember. Game Boys. Because that was my starter. So Game Boys is another cool starter BL that won't crush you. And it was very much a pandemic show.
It was, yeah.
So, yeah. And would come back to me for like which ones people just have to watch.
All right. My starters are quick and easy. Like Cherry Magic, Bad Buddy, My School President. Accessible, easy to watch. Well, I know the accessible link for Cherry Magic if you want it.
My starter would be, I feel like it has to be a Korean BL because I feel like those are really good starters. No, I'll say Old Fashioned Cupcake. I think is a good starter.
Really, girl? Okay.
Is it? I mean, I feel like for Japanese BL,
I'm not judging. I think that's a lot. Yeah.
Because I don't really see. I'm trying to think of Thai starters. I don't. I mean, maybe Cutie Pie. I feel like Cutie Pie is like cute, and like besides like the few like things, I feel like it's kind of like light, and I think it's beginner friendly.
Mhm.
Another one. I won't even say any of my like C dramas simply because they're long, and I feel like people won't like. They'll like that will turn them off as like how long they are. So I will say a Korean one. I feel like Semantic Era is a good starter. I think that's cute.
Yeah.
It's light. Really, a lot of Korean BLs are good starters. My starter Korean BL was Color Rush, so I feel like
Mm.
that one's a good starter too. So
I just had to thought of another starter as I'm looking at my list of what are things I watched. If you can suspend belief for a moment, Choco Milkshake.
Yes,
yes,
I agree.
yes,
100%.
yes,
Choco Milkshake. That's a good starter.
that is a great starter. That
Yeah.
is. It's nothing too heavy.
No.
You know what I mean? Because they come back. So yeah, no, that's it.
I
Yeah,
100% agree.
we're waiting for a season 2. Mm.
Mhm. All
So what
right.
are the ones that we recommend?
Recommend Love Mechanics
Mm.
for sure. Because I'm gonna go a little harder. Love Mechanics. I recommend Never Let Me Go.
Okay.
That was a good one. And then the other one I'll recommend. Shoot, do I want something that is hard hitting or just good?
Maybe good because like hard hitting. Well, no hard hitting because like you had the beginner, so like now they're in it. So now they're in the BL. So like hit them hard.
Because like to hit real hard, War of Why.
Ooh,
Oh,
That's
even
a hard
for
hit.
regular watchers, man.
That's a hard one.
It is-
I ain't even
No.
watching. I know that's hard. Never mind.
Right? So to bring it back, it will have to be Triage.
I still haven't seen Triage. I know. I just got to make time for it.
It is so good.
Triage.
And in my opinion, better than Manner of Death, and I love Manner of Death.
Wow, that's a lot. Okay. I mean, no, I don't need convincing. Like, I definitely want to see it. I just have not made time for it yet.
Mm-hmm.
I would. My number. Oh, did you finish? I'm sorry.
I'm done.
My number one all time will always be. I thought sometimes other shows were going to dethrone it, but they can't. I told Sunset About You. It's like my show.
There's so many things you guys are suggesting that I'm trying to keep up with, but okay.
That's
Okay, I'm gonna need y'all to send me a list.
You can find it. It's on Viki now. I told Sunset About You. The other one, I just love We Best Love. There's just something about We Best Love for me that it's watchable. I would even put it in a beginner, maybe not, but I love it. It stays in my top 5.
But season 2 though, season 2
I said We Best Love. I didn't say. I told Sunset About You. I did not say I Promise You the Moon. Even though I loved I Promise You the Moon, I still, if it's a must, we stay in the first seasons. Oh God, what's the? Part of me wants to say Not Me, but not everybody can get through. I just love Not Me. I love what it was trying to do. Mm-hmm. I love Gunn. I love all of them. No, that whole cast did what it needed to do. I love Not Me. I think when Moonlight Chicken ends, Moonlight Chicken will have its place. Yeah. Nothing's done what they're doing. Nobody has come close to what Moonlight Chicken is doing right now.
I'd say because no one ever talks about Remember Me. I feel like that's what I would recommend. because I support my boo, but like the story, I don't know why I was so intrigued, but it's such a deep, because like every episode is depressing, so like don't watch it if you like you don't want to go through that, but like it really is, every episode is depressing. But it's a good show, so I would say that's like a recommend. Another one, there's a few Koreans. Oh yeah, okay, so it's long and it's a BL, but it's a bromance because Chinese censorship. The Untamed is a must watch.
Getting
Kelly,
bullied.
what?
I
Kelly.
know. I keep getting bullied. I hear you.
You seen it? You don't want to see it?
Episodes.
But it's so good. But it's so good. Okay. So that's not big. That's why it's that in the beginner friendly one. That's in the must watch though. So The Untamed. I already said Old Fashioned Cupcake. But that was really good. We Best Love. I wouldn't suggest that. Not season 2. But like,
you don't get to put judgment on my stuff.
No. I would say Not Me. I think Not Me is a really, because I can't not put that on my list. So I'll say Not Me. And I want to say another one, but y'all are gonna like tease me with that. But
no, be yourself. What
I don't. You know, I think Don't Say No had its perks. You know,
So I will own that I did do a rewatch with a friend because she hadn't seen it. And it had its moments, like Leon Pope. That was the moment.
Leo Fiat, please. I need my babies. They were like, the story was talked like but like, did you agree they had nice chemistry though?
Leo. So that was a show. So Don't Say No is a show where the couple has chemistry. And the part that will always get me is when Leo asks, how was it? And then Fiat says, you could be rougher. I was like, what? Okay. I see you. And I have a strong appreciation for Fiat and what he represented.
I was going to say that, yes.
Right? I have a strong appreciation for that. The other thing I appreciate about the show is that the issue wasn't them as a couple. It was everything around them. And the thing about them was their lack of communication.
But that's a lot of BOs, to be fair.
Yeah, it is.
No, but them two, I'm like, y'all were best friends. Now y'all boyfriends. And y'all can't talk to each other anymore?
I understood that. So, wait, are you talking about the beginning of the relationship?
Towards the end. So when everything went down.
I blocked the end out. It fell off, man. It went weird. I didn't understand the ending. I block it out.
So I agree. The ending could have, communication wise been better. But overall, that's a good show. Bro. Okay, they did the best they could with the script they had. It ain't their fault they wanted to make a side couple from Tharn Type, because Tharn Type 2 was, I didn't even watch all of that. So yeah, they
didn't miss much.
I try. Every time someone's like, it's better, and then I only get through half the first episode. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
The first scene is probably going to be the best. Like, I only watched most of the first episode. That was it. But like, the first scene was like, I will say that's really cute, and that was like really sweet. So
the thing for me oftentimes too is because I was watching queer stuff before BL, so some of the stuff people get like all worked up and excited about, I'm like, that's not all that shocking to me. Like, it's not, I'm like, what? They're doing more than that in queer. And that's not what I'm watching it for, number one. But also, they're doing it better and more of it in actual queer shows. So it doesn't, like, that's not going to be the thing that draws me into a show. Like, I'm neither here nor there about that. And if you're going to do stuff, do it right. Like, I have standards, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I want those scenes done well. I've seen them done well, do them well. So sometimes when it's like spice related, I'm off on in a different space when I'm than other people for that.
Yeah. And I was going to say, what series that you feel like needs another season? Like either it's season 2 or season 3 of that. Like it's a must. Like
Season
it
two
has to
scare
happen.
me. They scare me. Season 2 scare me.
I'm trying to even think of a good second season. I would say Not Me needs a season 2. I would say that. Like I feel like we haven't. I want more of Black. I want him and Oh Boy to finish what they started.
I want Black and Todd. Yes, I want a Black and Todd. Yes,
That is one toxic couple.
Yes,
it is. But they do well together.
They just don't be beating each other the whole time.
that's why. Though they have
People
moments.
like Fahrenheit. They like that toxic. You know what I mean? I'm just saying they like that toxicity. We can't have Black and Todd over here going crazy. No, it's okay.
Putting each other in a coma.
They challenge each other. They're the only two who can actually challenge the other one. And so that's why they're so electric. And yes, Todd Black all day.
Kim Porsche, they had, those toxic couples, so.
I wasn't that into that. Sorry.
I'm saying they have a toxic
Kim
couples
Porsche.
that people like, so,
Needs a season 2, though.
A second.
I stick with Not Me. I don't know any other. Oh yeah, oh my gosh, Love Mechanics, because we got to have a wedding. We need a wedding. You know what I mean? We had that.
All of the weddings.
I love Mechanics.
Everybody gets married.
Yeah, I know, right? Everyone's married.
So Love Mechanics, I would appreciate a season 2, but really I just want more of Yin and War. Like that's really what I want. A lot of what is happening, or what I would want is not necessarily season 2. Is just like I want a side couple to shine in a show. So like I was looking forward to just say yes. I ain't getting that mainly because I wanted Leon and Paul. I wanted that story more. Okay, I haven't watched the end of My School President.
Are you going to say what I'm going to say?
But Soundwind, I would like to see that fleshed out. I don't even need a full season. Give me like a little mini series of just them two, or mainly them two.
Can Ford Pete?
Yes, them.
Poor two. Yeah, poor two.
Yes, because we got that. Like, yo, how y'all just throw this in at episode 11?
I am obsessed with Ford, the actor that plays Poor. His voice, the way he delivered those lines in episode 11. I'm into it.
You like little moments of teasing.
Yeah.
Earlier, like episode 11. Here you go. We about to be done.
I didn't know that was there. I didn't know Lil Poor had that in him, and now I'm just like, who are you, Poor? I need to see more of this character. So I would love a season where those two couples get to be like the couples, where Soundwind becomes the main, and then two Poor become the side. Like they go to college together, and we watch them all fall in love in that. Yes.
Do you guys want a season 2 or do you want a special episode?
No, I think we need more than a special episode.
Yeah, it's not enough. We need some development.
I'm so behind as My School President, so I have no idea who you're talking about. But yeah.
Oh, well, if you don't know, we didn't spoil it.
Well, it's about to be over today, so it's over today.
Get it together and get into it. I know y'all haven't seen it, but there's a lot I loved about I Promised You the Moon, but a lot I didn't. And I would like to get more of them as just a couple. And I think we could get that from a season 3 or a special episode, a movie. I don't need a season 3. I think if we give them too much time, they're going to mess me up again. So just give them a movie to give us some of the stuff that we didn't get in season 2 that I think we were not cheated out of because it didn't fit that storyline, but I would appreciate it. Yeah.
I don't know why I'm over here like, oh, not me, that's it. I got a whole list. I forgot. So I need the Eclipse. I need a season 2 of the Eclipse.
What would a season 2 of the Eclipse look like?
But I thought they teased something because, in the beginning, I think or the end of last year, they teased. I think something. They're doing something with the eclipse. They're bringing them back
It's Our
because.
Sky. I think it's Our Sky.
Yes, our sky.
Hmm, hmm. Well, I would like a season 2 of the eclipse, and I think a season 2 of Semantic Era that would be nice.
Oh, I'm ready. I believe that as long as I'm going to say his name wrong, but the one that's in military service is still down because
I know who's on.
him, he has been working his little booty off, making sure it stays ever
Relevant.
present and he has been locking it down and holding space so when your boy gets out, they can do what they need to do. Like,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like so happy because I'd say he's the first, at least from what I know, K-pop idol that's very open and he promotes his BL very proudly. Like he's not embarrassed. He's not like,
at
oh, it's a
all.
BL. He's very much, yup, it is. In what? You gonna watch it or what? Like he's very much like that, and I love it.
So I'm gonna go back to Boys Planet because that's when I've been obsessed. Maybe a little bit, because it's caught my attention. Even them long, nearly 3-hour episodes. Kim Ji Woong and his initial audition, his audition stage wise for his performance. They're like, oh, you're an actor. I was like, yeah, and they started going off the titles, and it was like, oh, these are English names, like they're BL dramas, and then everybody reacted like, oh,
Yeah.
and it was just very much like, matter of fact, they're BL dramas, and then everyone's obsessed with his sexiness.
That's true too. He's another idol that isn't afraid of, and I don't know because Juho from SF9, he has a BL coming soon, and I hope it goes well. But I think it's just and I don't know if it's their company or what, but I'm happy that they're getting more comfortable because it is normal. Okay, it is okay to love who you love. It is not a big deal. But the Omega X one, I'm hoping that one is good. I just after Color Rush, I'm a little traumatized. The story was good, but then the season 2, it was a whole thing. But I just hope when these idols are in these BLs, they take it serious. I think it's just I don't want them to treat it as oh, it's a BL. I kind of don't want to. It's it's a BL, but it's a series. It's my job. So I hope that we do get a season 2 for Semantic Era because they did really well. I think that's it. But it's a list. But I hope those season 2s happen, but they won't. But especially the eclipse. You guys said that's from.
I don't care who does it, but I would like a season 2 that does not break them up. It seems it is the only way they know how to do season 2s. No one knows how to tell a season 2 that isn't about breaking them up. That's a challenge. Somebody figure it out. There has to be other stories to tell.
Have you seen To My Star?
Yep.
Season 2 broke me. It hurts so bad. It was
beautiful. To be fair, I thought that it was beautifully done. I say I liked I Promise You the Moon, but I think To My Star executed. They have very similar storylines. To My Star executed it much better. And had we gotten, because To My Star let us see their relationship, it let us be in their world, where I Promise You the Moon doesn't do that. And that's the storyline. I Promise You the Moon is a breakup. That is the storyline of it. So I appreciate To My Star for doing it well, but I want something else. Everybody breaks them up. You are writers. Figure something else out for season 2.
I will say To My Star, their chemistry and that scene, I was like, yeah, they ate that. For Korean BLs, for Korean BLs, they put listen, top tier for sure. Korean BLs, top tier. So, have you seen it, Ronnie?
I have not.
Oh, let me know if you do.
You've seen the first season, though.
No, it's on my list. I have a running list of all things I need to watch. And what's on the top of your list?
What's on the top of your list right now?
What's on the top of my list? Well, the top of my list is to finish My School President. That's at the top of my list.
I'm watching it. I'm rewatching it after this, actually. There's a group waiting. Not a group, but a couple of people waiting for me.
So, that is on my to-do list, is to watch that. What is on my list? Well, what is on Vicky right now that I am
I was
like,
gonna say
oh,
just bump to my star up there just because like we want you to go through what we have been through. So and just let us know how you like it because
oh,
it's
okay.
good. It's just
It's really good. It's well done.
it's depressing, but yeah.
It's if you're gonna do that, they did it right. They did it right. It's
Mm.
beautiful, but also heart wrenching, but beautiful.
See, old fashioned cupcake is on Vicky. That is something that's on my
That's
list
definitely one you should
to
you can knock that out
watch.
quick.
That's true because it's only 6 episodes or so. Yeah.
So that is something that's on my list. There's a lot on my list. I was like, oh, naming shows. Maybe I should. I
Well,
told
thanks to
Sunset
you
about you is
guys.
on that list.
I told Sunset about you is emotionally will wreck you, but it is the teenage uh think about how Moonlight Chicken tells a story and
Uh-huh.
now put it in teenagers. Gemini Fourth, I am convinced, study Bilkin and PP. Even
Mm,
in the way they interact, their playfulness, all of that, I think they studied them. It's just the fact that both their families mention them, and Fourth went to Bilkin's college, and Bilkin is his idol.
mm,
So I'm like, they know what they're doing. They're very smart. I'm not saying that in a haterade way. I'm saying they're gonna dominate, and I think I'm sure they've watched that series, and you need to watch that series. It is a queer coming of age story that's done honestly.
yeah.
All right. Well, we have
I would
a.
love to show you. It is
I feel like
sad.
out of all of us, Kelly like has seen the most. But if you guys can send me like the list of the BLs that we talked about tonight, because there was like several that I've never even heard of. So it'll be interesting to watch. And I guess when we get a date for OnlyFriends, we can set up like a
Yeah.
chat. We can like watch it together because I'm
Mhm.
so excited for that one. And
Do
if
you
there's
have
any other ones,
Discord? Because we could watch it on Discord, or
I
you do it.
have one. I'm old, so I don't know how to use it. So
It's
Oh
super
my,
easy.
it is very easy to use Discord.
Yeah.
okay, so just like I guess we can watch it through there. Then you guys can just send me a link and I join. Um, but I don't know any other ones that I'm really excited for this year. But if you guys have ones you doing a watch party for, I'll be happy to join. But I will send you guys this when I'm done editing. It's gonna be a minute. I have a lot of videos, but I will keep you guys updated on that. But like we see each other all the time on TikTok, so
Yeah.
um,
Yep.
and I'll have more of these. I know the girl that couldn't join tonight. She really wanted to join, so next time hopefully she'll be here. And yeah, and I thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I know we went overboard, but we talked about a lot. It was a lot to talk about. You know what I mean? Before
It's
before
really
we
fun.
before we end, if you guys just want to say your goodbyes and also like I guess one of your favorite ships, and we can end it like that.
She keep asking me questions.
Cause I want to rep my team real quick. That's all.
You prepped them the whole 2 hours, girl. Come on now. 3 hours. Oof. I just thank you for having me. I'm really glad you reached out. This is really fun. I like getting to talk to different people like in real time and not through comments on TikTok. So this is really, really fun. And Bilk and PP, I would feel my Earth Mix and Bilkin and PP stay together for me. I
Mm,
don't feel like I should separate them. That's not right. So both of those.
Mm.
yeah. Yeah. Once again, thanks for having me. This was always super fun. Always enjoy the conversation. And though it has been long, it never feels long.
Right.
Like we could keep going on and on. And my favorite ship, my Delulu ship that has me Delulu, Moss Bank. That will have me Delulu. And the ship I just absolutely enjoy, Yin War.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Excellent choices.
Mhm.
Thank you guys so much for joining me. I had so much fun as always. Like I said, we'll do it again. If you guys want to, I'll let you guys know the next date, and then you let me know if you're available. And then we'll have the watch party when OnlyFriends drop.
Mhm.
And I know y'all think I'm gonna say Tay New, but it's for Scal over here, boo. It's for Scal. And Jaffa.
Oh, yeah,
the twist at the end.
Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope you guys have a great night.
All right, you too.
Thank you. Bye.